everybody. Welcome in. I hope you're having a good Wednesday. Congrats on making it this far through the week. How are y'all doing? Bugs, Ham Haw, welcome in. Leaflet here even before stream soon. She knew. I was 5 minutes late on pressing the start button today. But it's because I got distracted by my plants. So I have some questions in a minute once I catch up with everybody. Remind me that I have questions about my plants. Fire Nico, hello, welcome on in. And Ely, hi. Aquira, hello, hello. How are you doing? Doing your very best to stay awake. Oh, Leaflet, we love you, but we also want you to get sleep. So if you fall asleep, it's okay. Kate, welcome on in. Hope you're all right today. Paper King, hello. Have a good stream. Got another volleyball match. Can't stay until later. No worries. We're not going to be on super late tonight because I have to pick Funko Chunk up from the airport. My brother's coming to stay with us. And so, yeah, I need to make sure I end on time. I've got time to finish on time, but I probably should finish like right at the 3.5 hour mark. So that way I can finish tidying up some things. And then probably I'll have like an hour between the end of stream and when Fran and I have to head out. So yeah, we got to stay on track today. Cola, hello, welcome. Chibi, thank you for the lurk and also welcome in. You're at work. Got it. I hope work goes okay. I know you said you picked up some extra shifts this week. Hope everyone is well and be good. Or at least chaotic neutral. Yeah, Chibi approves of the chaotic neutral, so I guess that is approved. Let's see, Cola. Storming pretty loudly where you're at. Oh gosh. Nice soft rain with the occasional crackle of thunder. Oh, so like in a good comforting kind of way, maybe where you're at inside. A perfect Wednesday. Oh good. Yeah, I put the stream title in reference to the weather because so many poor friends are experiencing really hot weather right now. I'm not personally, but I think we're in fall on the Stardew Farm. So I figured like, hey, let's show everybody fall in Stardew and we can all just dream of fall together. Except I'm gonna still be dreaming of summer because it's cloudy and windy and rainy here. So it's not even like one of those summer storms that it sounds like Cola has. It's literally just summer hasn't arrived yet, I guess. Lady KB, welcome on in. I hope you're doing all right today. It's good to see you. Oh, I guess since Chibi be lurking, am I the one in charge of shouty outs? Ely can help me as well, but I'm going to give a shout out to Lady KB because I don't think we got one yet. There we go. And let's see, I'm going to do a bad job. I'm so used to having Chibi here and Ely here to help. Well, Ely is here. Sorry. But let me give, who was the other one? Shoot, I just thought. Oh, Paper King. Paper King. Shout out to him as well. I'm gonna let Chibi still do, or Ely as well, do the leaflet shout out to the void. I feel like that's their thing more than me, so we'll let that happen. We did get a shout out for Chibi, so that's good. We are missing one for our lovely Ely themselves, so we gotta get one there too. Oh man. Leaflet still determined to stay awake. Oh my goodness. We'll probably say hi, then instantly head to bed. You're so tired, but didn't want to miss you for an entire week. Aw, Leaflet. You've been doing so good though, right? Like all your testing is finally done and your students done amazing, it sounds like from what you said. So that is so awesome. I hope you're really proud of them. I hope you're really proud of yourself as well, because obviously they couldn't have done it without you. So yeah, you definitely deserve some rest after this. Let's see. Ely, hi. Yes. Okay. Am I close enough to the bottom to ask my plant question? Maybe. I'm going to keep going to the bottom, but you're probably the one that I'm going to be asking about this, if that's okay. Silly Chibi, it's already Thursday. True, it is Thursday for Leaflet, but it is Wednesday for me and probably most of us. Bugs, I think it's Thursday as well for him. You can't do shout out right now. No, it's totally okay, Timmy. You're good. You gotta focus at work. I mean, the fact that you're even here in chat all while working is very impressive. It's just past midnight. Well, almost 1 o'clock by now for Leaflet. Chaotic adorable. I love that. I'm fine with that as well. We'll definitely take it. By the way, did Aurora do that level beginning with P yesterday? Okay, so this will be a question for other folks, not me, I suppose, unless we did play it, except for I don't have any of the levels memorized. Let me try and think back on what we did do. We did a few more in the park. I did one with a Ferris wheel where I had to climb up and it was a nightmare. I did one where there was like a stingray or manta ray or whatever, like shadow thing on the ground, and we had to get rid of it. I feel like those are the most memorable ones. We did a secret one where in order to like get to the area of the secret level, it was you had to like find an orange Yoshi and put it on the carousel. I'm trying to think what else. Maybe there was one more, I'm not sure. The levels are a little hard for me to keep track of, and plus those streams are like semi-traumatic. So I feel like it's gonna be even harder to remember, and I'm usually bad at remembering already. So, hey, then there's the shout out to the Void for Leaflet, amazing. Oh, Creed, hello, welcome on in. I hope you're having a good Wednesday. Fire away for questions. Okay, Ely, I will. I'm almost to the bottom. Kate is looking for food. Sounds good, Kate. Enjoy your dinner as always. I'm gonna go ahead and turn slow mode off because we're basically here. Neko, you're hearing thunder. Hopefully you don't lose power. Ooh, yeah, hopefully not, but maybe you will also get a nice little storm to enjoy the way that Cola has theirs right now. Not adorable. Chibi heard the word adorable and was like, you're talking about me. Did somebody target Chibi with an adorableness? Maybe. I think Lady KB was talking about herself, Chibi, if that makes you feel better, but you would definitely fall under that category, so sorry. Leaflet, if people can forgive your indulgence of your delightful day. Oh my gosh. Why? This is the same as an apology. That's a hidden apology with different wording. Please tell us about your day. We want to hear about it. Your students' average is double the national average, and you're beyond proud. Oh, it's so amazing. They were all there to support each other today, chanting each other's names. Even the ones that had their exams on Monday and Tuesday, all they showed up for the Wednesday friends. You got hugs from students, thanks and praise. Even the principal gave you a hug and said, good job. Oh my gosh, it sounds like it could not possibly have gone better. That is so awesome. Your hand actually hurt when you headed home from writing in their graduation hats. Oh, and a lined form for you to write on them. That is so sweet. Claps for Leaflet. Absolutely. Let's see, 3 of the toughest but best days that you've ever had at work. Oh my gosh. Good. I am so happy for you, Leaflet. Like I said, it just sounds like it couldn't have gone better, and it is crazy awesome. Seems like I didn't do the level that you were thinking of, Bugs. Dang it. That makes me nervous because it means there's an infamous level that I haven't done yet, which is definitely not going to be good. Time to flood the chat. Welcome in 13. Just because slow mode's off doesn't mean y'all can go crazy. But obviously I do love to chat with you, so really send whatever you want. OMG Leaflet, that's amazing. Yeah. Chibi, you don't need to help yourself. But yeah, we are going to say that you're chaotic adorable as well. Lady KB says you are. Adorable twinsies. Don't you want to be an adorable twinsy with Lady KB? Yeah, exactly. See, now you're happy about it. Oh my goodness. Just had to share, of course. I would want to share that news if it was me, but there's no way I could do what you do, Leaflet. Oh my gosh. I'm beyond impressed with you. And your students as well. Huge congratulations. Neko, not going to go crazy. You're going to be shiny hunting. Ooh, good luck. Let us know what you're looking for. Ely, plant question that I have for you or anybody else that knows about plants. I recently realized that I had ants on my strawberry plant, which I am upset by because the strawberries have started growing and I was worried that they might eat the strawberries. From what I could find online, they probably won't eat the strawberries unless there's like juice coming out of them, because for some reason they can't figure out it's food until they can smell the juice. I don't know if that's true or not. That's what the internet has told me. And also, I realized today why the ants are on my strawberry plant, because I assumed it was because, oh, it smells like fruit and they would be attracted to food, but actually I have aphids on my strawberry plant, but not everywhere. It was only 2 particular flower buds that had aphids on them, and that's where the ants were congregating. Like, I was wondering why there were just so many right there and not really anywhere else on the plant. And then I learned that apparently ants raise aphids like as farm animals, essentially. Like, they ranch these aphids and raise them. I don't know if it's to eat them directly or to eat like a product that they create. I think it's the latter. So they're literally like protecting these aphids from predators and stuff to make sure that there can be more of them. So I think if I get rid of the aphids, then the ants will go away because they seem to be there for the aphids. But I don't know how to get rid of them. I also have learned from the internet supposedly that like aphids are okay unless there are too many, and then they can get out of hand and maybe not be good for the plant. So it sounds like something I should probably deal with while it's not that big of a problem, and then hopefully the ants would just go away after that. But I guess I'm wondering what exactly to use. I found some products online and I could send you that later, but has anybody ever encountered this before? You can spray off aphids with a strong water spritzer and sprinkle ant granules around the plant or on the ground. What are ant granules? Is that something like that would harm them or something to distract them to keep them off of the strawberry plant? I don't know. Sending Neko shiny luck. Heck yeah, let's go. And Neko, you're not looking for anything specific, just for a shiny. Your last one was a shiny female Litleo, and her name is Kiara. Oh, that's very sweet. 13's suggestion is to eat the ants. 13, if you want to come over and be my guest at doing that, you're more than welcome. But I will not be implementing that suggestion. Sorry. Leaflet, you know a bit about trees and flowers and ferns, but not much else. Well, let me know if you know anything about this situation. Leaflet says that 13 is the perfect solution. Are you kidding me? Can always count on you to solve our problems. Oh my goodness. Cola, what did everyone do today? You did some gardening and some art. I did some gardening too, and that's when I discovered this mess of ants and aphids. I mean, like I said, it's not that many right now, but I don't want them to be there once the fruit is ready to harvest because I figure that's when it's the most vulnerable and that's when I want it. So, but yeah, I just had work and did some gardening. So it sounds like we had similar days. I hope your art went well, Cola, and that you had fun doing that. Nika, you went to work for a staff meeting. Oh, gotcha. I have an 8 a.m. meeting tomorrow, which I think is going to be okay. Like, I don't love having early meetings, but I'm pretty sure that it's just one that I have to listen in on, and I don't think I really need to say anything, so it should be not too bad. But yeah, I hope the staff meeting went well, Neko. Like in Bug Fables. Oh my gosh, wait. Are they doing that? Tippy would remember much better than me. That would be hilarious, actually. So smart. Grading oral exams most of the day. How do you grade them? Like, you'd have to do it on the spot, right? Like, I mean, I guess there's a chance that the oral exams could be recorded and you review them, but I'm assuming, like, most of the day means that you were both giving and grading them? Not sure. Okay, on the spot. Cool, cool. Be sure to go under the leaves because aphids hide. Oh. Granules are ant poison. They cart it off to their hill. Okay. You have to use them or ants will nom on the wood of the house. Whoa, yeah, you definitely don't want that. That would be a lot worse than just getting to some strawberry plants. But okay, I'll see what I can find. So it sounds like the aphids would not be that hard to get off. You said just strong water spritzer. Got it. But I have to make sure to get under the leaves. My strawberry plant is very bushy right now, so that actually is going to be a bit tricky. But I will do my due diligence. There was another spray that I found that it was I forget the name of it. It was something like, I think the brand was literally called like Safers or something to, I guess, imply that it is a safe product to use on your garden. But it targeted like I don't remember all the things that it targeted, but I know that aphids were on the list, and it also specifically listed strawberry plants as something that it was safe to use on up until the day before harvesting. So I just thought, oh, maybe I spray that on the plants, and then that makes the aphids go away. And then, like I said, if the aphids go away, maybe the ants go away. But I think this would also probably make the ants not want to be on the plant anymore if I did use it. But yeah, I'm thinking of sending that to you to see what you think of it, Ely. You early meeting, yeah. Early meeting's not the most fun, but like I said, if I am gonna have one, then I will take the one with no talking effort, please. Thank you. Let's see, Nika. The meeting was fine, just saying stuff about people's diets, classes for work, and food. Gotcha. Okay, sounds not too bad. And Leaflet, they do the exam. You and the external teacher discuss the grade with the student waiting outside. Wait, with the student waiting outside? And then being pulled in and given the grade. Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were saying you discussed the grade like with the student outside, like you're discussing with the student, but you meant you and another teacher discuss while the student is waiting outside. Whoops. I was like, that doesn't really make sense if you're discussing the grade with the student and then later call them in to tell them the grade. Oh man. Ely, the water spritz will knock the aphids off. Okay. You don't need a pesticide for aphids unless it's a heavy infestation. Yeah, I only saw them on 2 of my flower buds, and I didn't really do like a very thorough look over the rest of the plant and under the leaves and stuff. So I should probably do that to kind of assess the situation, but I think it's not too bad. Some pesticides are food safe oils. They work, but eventually kill the leaves. Ooh, I don't want that. Alex Minky, hello, welcome on in. You love Stardew. Oh, well, that's good because we're doing some Stardew today. We're gonna start the farm up soon here, but I actually did have a question for everybody before we get started. So I mentioned on stream, I don't remember if it was yesterday or Monday, but definitely this week, that one of the things that we're doing with my brother this weekend while he's here is a PowerPoint party. And if you guys haven't heard of those or haven't experienced one before, it's just where a group of friends get together and make presentations on whatever they want and then present them to each other just for funsies, like to teach people about like a new topic they maybe don't know about, or you get to talk about something that you're passionate about for a little while with your friends. And I don't know, it's very nerdy but also a fun time. I haven't actually been to one before, but Fran has been to a couple and he's always enjoyed them. So when our friend invited us this weekend and even invited my brother and his girlfriend as well while they were in town, we're like, okay, yeah, we're still going to do it. So I have my presentation all ready to go, but I haven't practiced it yet. And I was wondering if any of you guys maybe wanted to see it and give me some feedback on it, make sure it all makes sense, or we can just skip to the game. And there's also the option of anybody that was going to join me on the farm today. I could get the game going for you, and then y'all can be there while I do the presentation if other folks are interested in that. But I kind of wanted to get a sense of maybe what people were feeling. Ely, aphids like well-watered plants that are heavy foliage heavy. They don't like hanging out in breezier open areas. That sounds like exactly my strawberry plant. Well-watered plant that is foliage heavy. There's so many leaves on it, and it's been raining a lot, so I don't even have control over how well-watered it is right now. It just is. Okay, so that's probably why they found a home there. A PowerPoint party, yeah. PowerPoint speeches sound stressful. No, I mean, you don't have to present. Like, you're not required. You can just show up and watch everybody else's. So it doesn't have to be a stressy thing. But it's very low stakes. And I guess I've given so many presentations in my job now that, like, doing a for funsies presentation in front of a few friends doesn't seem like a big deal. Flooding Mist, hello, welcome in. Thank you so much for the lurk. Let me get you a shout out here. You better show us that presentation. Okay, sounds good. I don't hear anybody super against the presentation, and we have at least one person for it, so maybe we could go through it. I know that Chibi will know about this topic, but I don't think that anybody else would, which is good because it means that y'all will be able to give me feedback for whether or not I explain this very well. So you hate giving speeches. Is a presentation the same thing as a speech? I feel like it's not quite exactly the same. I feel like a speech is you don't have no. Okay, I was gonna say you don't have like a visual aid with you. I don't think that's true, but I feel like a speech, the visual aid, if you do have one, is a lot more supportive to what you're saying versus if you're giving a presentation. The presentation is the focus, like it has the meat of the content in it, whereas like a speech, like people should pay attention to what you're saying, and then maybe there's just like pictures in the background. I don't know. Is this just me? Leaflet Lex presentation. Chibi's in for it. Okay. And Ely says, yes, it's a speech. Do I want actual feedback? Because you will take teacher notes. I mean, you can definitely feel free to do that. Just keep in mind that the audience is my friends and it is not professional whatsoever. So it doesn't have to be like amazing quality wise, but I do want the content to make sense. So if there's anything that is confusing or anything that could be done differently to make it more clear, definitely give me that feedback. And also, I have not even said this out loud yet, like gone through this presentation. So I don't know how this is going to go. Like, it might be me stumbling through a little bit to try and find the wording that I want to use. Like, I have some ideas in my head, but like the first time you go through a presentation, it's always going to be pretty clunky, I feel. So that's what you guys are getting. Thank you for being my guinea pigs. So we're not timing it or anything like that. It is supposed to be 10 minutes or less, but again, it's casual, so I'm hoping it's fine if I do end up going over. And also, Ely, Cola, and Lady KB, let me know if you do want me to get the farm up while I'm doing this, if you guys want to play, and I'll just make sure I go in my bed every day. Like, I feel that it shouldn't take more than 1 or 2 days on the farm anyway, so... Cola, you come from a family of presenters. You'll try to give advice where you can. Okay, sounds good. So... I've got it pulled up here. Whoa! Look at that. Okay, Ely's gonna wait until it's done. So I did modify my presentation to be like Great Aurora, instead of my actual name, but this would not say Great Aurora whenever I'm presenting with my friends. So that's all. Right. So the topic of my presentation is, what is Karta? So, like I said, I think Chibi knows about this topic. Lady KB, you're waiting too, because it takes a while for Stardew to get up and running. Okay, sounds good. And Kate is back from her lurk just in time for the presentation. Let me actually change the, what's it called? The category to just chatting for a minute while we do this, and then I'll change it back over to Stardew. But yeah, I wasn't sure how open you guys would be to this super nerdy talk, so here we go. But yeah, I got mac and cheese. Oh, that you definitely didn't burn your tongue on. Oh, okay, you gotta be careful. Righto. So, like I said, what is Karta? Let's jump into it. Make sure I'm on my slides here. Okay, so first we're going to start off with some general information about Karta. You see some images here. Oh, let me also take off my avatar for this because she is going to block some of the content on the slides. There we go. So yeah, you see some images here. So we're going to go through all of it so we know what we're looking at. But to start off with, Karta is... Click on it. There we go. A Japanese card game. Ooh, did anybody realize that is the text that we were seeing on the cards here? I mean, the art is also very Japanese, so hopefully a lot of you recognize that. And these cards in particular are of the 100 historical tanka poems that are famous in Japan. So we'll get into what exactly this card game is that uses poems, because that's very unique. But to keep going just on the general information here, it is traditionally played on tatami mats with the players kneeling across from each other because the players are facing off in a 1v1 format in this game. There are cards placed between them. That's what the little white tiles are there, is these cards with the poems on them. And the goal of the game is to clear their territory of all the cards there. So just to kind of recap, Japanese card game with poems printed on the cards. Players are kneeling on tatami mats and they've got cards placed between them. Half of the cards are in one player's territory, half the cards are in the other player's territory, and they're trying to remove all of the cards from their own territory, and that is how they win. So first, let's talk about what the heck are these 100 poems that are used in this card game. It's very interesting. Good. I'm hoping it's interesting. So the 100 poems come from this 13th century Japanese poem anthology called the Ogura Hyakunin Ishu. Need to practice my pronunciation for that. But Ogura Hyakunin Ishu is this anthology of poems that is written by 100 different poets, and we have 100 different poems there. The poems are a specific type of poem called a tanka. I'm pretty sure everybody is familiar with haikus, which are in the syllable pattern of 575, and that's how those are defined. Tankas have a syllable structure of 57577. So it's got these extra two sections on there, I guess, of 7 syllables each, and that's what differentiates it from a haiku. And I'm pretty sure that the tanka poem structure actually predates haikus, but haikus have just kind of overtaken them in popularity in modern day. So this is an example of one of the tankas, and we have it translated into English here. I'm just going to read it out for you guys. Chihaibru, even when the gods held sway in the ancient days, never waters bound with red, such as now in Tatsuta stream. So that's just an example of one of the poems. So now getting back to Karata, they take these 100 poems and put them all on the cards. But as you may have noticed in the previous picture, we saw two different types of cards. So in Karata, there's actually two decks of cards that have these 100 poems on them. The first type of deck is called the Yomifuda deck, and it's got the entire poem on it, the 5-7-5-7-7 structure, the whole thing. And then the second deck has these Torifuda cards, which only have the last two sections on them, the two 7-7 syllable sections. And so both of these are utilized within Karata. Let me just pause and check comments. The visuals help, and the humor definitely retains your attention. Okay, that's good. And I got some hype coming from Alex. Thank you, thank you. So, yeah, these are the two different types of cards that are used in the game, and we'll get to how these two different types of cards are utilized. So let's get into the rules of Karata. So, like I said, played on tatami mats. The game starts with 25 Torifuda cards in front of each player. So you can see purple player has 25 cards in front of them, and then I have a red dotted line to denote the two territories of the two players, and then orange player also has 25 cards in front of them. And then just as a reminder, the Torifuda cards are the ones that have only the 7-7 syllables on them. So it's the cards with less text. And then once the cards are placed, players can put the cards on their side in any positions that they want, and they have 15 minutes to memorize their card positions as well as their opponent's card positions. So after those 15 minutes, we introduce a third participant here in the Karata game. This person is called the reader, and they read the Yomifuda cards, which again are the ones that have the full poem on there. So the way that it works is that the reader will pull a random Yomifuda card from a box or something and read the tanka poem out loud. And then based on what the reader is saying, the players will recognize the poem and attempt to make hand contact with the matching Torifuda card that's on the play area. So let's say the reader starts reading one of the poems, again starting from the start of the poem because it has the full 5-7-5-7-7, whereas the players only have the last two stanzas there, the two 7-7s. So they have to hear the beginning of the poem. Kadium! Welcome in. I'm giving a presentation right now on a historical Japanese card game, and Kadium enters with the avatar fart sound. Amazing. But it's so good to see you, sweet friend. Hello, hello. I hope you're doing well. Oh my goodness. So to kind of get back into this, hello, Blade. Welcome in. We're doing a little presentation today. Sorry to folks that are coming in a little bit late. You might not have the full context here, but I'm going to keep pushing through. But yeah, I hope everybody is doing well. Blade, if you're at work, I hope work is going all right today. And let me get a shout out for Blade here, actually. Blade Vansa. There we go. All right. So players are listening to the full poem and having to identify the card that only has the last two stanzas of the poem on it. So let's say that this is the poem that was being read by the reader. So players would recognize like, I know the beginning of this poem, and these are the last two stanzas on this card right here. So both players are going to try and reach out for that card and touch it with their hands. And then the correctly touched card is removed from play. So whoever reaches it first, let's say in this case, orange, he would take that card and put it next to him. So it gets removed. But if you guys remember, the object of the game is to remove all the cards from your territory. So notice how orange just removed one from purple's territory because that just happened to be the poem that was read. Well, in this case, if the card that was read was in the opponent's territory, the winning player passes one of their own cards over to the other player's side. So orange would then pass a card to purple. So purple is left with the same total number of cards, and orange is left with one less. So that is how that works to make sure that you're always reducing your own cards if you are the first one to touch the correct card. So from there, the reader continues pulling these Yomifuda cards from the box and reading the full tankas. Players are realizing which poems are being read and reaching out, touching the cards as fast as they can to try and be the first one. Sometimes cards are getting sent over to the other side to balance things out. And then finally, the first player to clear all of their cards from their own territory wins. So here you can see that Purple's area is totally blank, and so now they have officially won this Karata match. So those are the main rules of the game. That is how Karata generally works. But there's a couple other details that I want to go over, which are Otetsuki's false touches. So everybody knows in sports in general that there could be fouls or things that go wrong. Same is true in Karata. And there's 3 different types of faults in Karata. So we've got the dead card fault and the opposite territory fault and a double fault. So we'll go through each one of these. So first, dead card fault. This happens whenever the reader reads a dead card, which I'll say what it is in a second, and the player touches a card upon hearing the dead card. So kind of going back to the setup of the game, you'll recall that there are 100 poems, right? And the reader has all 100 Yomifuda cards that have the full poems on there. However, the players each only have 25 cards in front of them, which adds up to 50 total. So that means that while the reader has all 100 poems, the players only have cards corresponding to half the poems. So oftentimes the reader will pull out a poem and there won't actually be a corresponding card in the play area. So players in that case have to be they have to restrain themselves, realize, okay, this poem isn't even out here, I shouldn't touch anything. But sometimes you might get confused about what you're hearing, react too quickly, and then you end up touching a card that wasn't actually read. So in that case, that is the dead card fault, and orange would get a penalty of receiving 1 card from purple. And that's bad because you're trying to get rid of the cards on your side of the play area. Next, we have the opposite territory fault. So this one is a little bit different. The way that it works is when the reader is reading a card and the players try to identify it, if one person is correct and goes for that card, but the other player is wrong and goes for a different card, specifically on the opposite territory side of the correct card, then this is the opposite territory fault. So not only did orange get it wrong, but he was just so totally wrong, not even on the right side of the play area, that this is a penalty and he will receive 1 card from purple. So again, his number of cards will go up and this is bad. The last type of fault is similar. It is a double fault, but instead of identifying the right card, one player goes for the correct one and one player goes for the opposite one, and they're on their own sides. This time you'll notice that purple has reached for the correct card over in orange's territory, and orange has reached for the wrong card all the way over in purple's territory, which is a long way to go to reach for the wrong card. So this is what's known as a double fault, and orange will actually get 2 cards from purple because purple had to go extra far to get the correct one and orange had to go extra far to get the wrong one, which is not what you want to do. So these are the 3 Otetsukis that exist in Karata, and ways that your side will end up getting more cards. So next I wanted to show you guys an example of an actual Karata match that is taking place. I'm gonna try and narrate things as they go, but hopefully with the background that you guys now have, you'll be able to see a little bit of what's going on here. And like I said, I'll try and narrate it through to help you guys. Let me just check in with chat though real quick. Lady KB is excited to see Blade, very sweet. Blade, you're all right, just got up a little bit ago. Today is one of your days off. Oh, very exciting, but you're gonna be doing chores. Fair enough. That's usually what happens once you're an adult, right? Like finally your weekend or your day off hits and then you're like, dang it, I just gotta, I gotta do chores because I didn't have time during the week since I was working. I hope that they don't take too long, Blade, and that you get some time to chill. Kadiam, you've been busy and tired as usual. Aw. You're selling your flat. Oh my goodness. And you're going to get a house with a garden and then you're going to get a puppy. It's so exciting and stressful. Oh my gosh. That is such amazing news, Kadiam. You must be super, super excited and super stressed out. It sounds like it's a lot of changes and stuff to deal with. I have never owned property, so therefore I've also not sold it before, so I don't know everything that goes into that, but my goodness, it must be definitely a process. But moving into a whole house with a garden and anything, enough room for a little puppy, like that's so awesome. Congratulations, Kadium. Chibi, you've been good. Learning to love yourself. On making friends, forming relationships. Yeah. Oh my gosh. And we are gonna remind Chibi every day about all the things that there are to love about her. You adore this, but you're really too tired. You should go to bed. Yeah, no worries at all, Leaflet. Please, please get some sleep. I'm glad that you're enjoying so far. And I hope you have a good night, friend. Blade, it's all right. You can take it easy and whatnot. Okay, that's good. Yeah, so I guess to give everybody who showed up after we started a brief overview, I've got a PowerPoint party with some friends this weekend, which is a party where you literally give a PowerPoint presentation to your friends, and it can be on whatever you want. So I picked the topic of Karata, which is a Japanese card game that uses 100 historical Japanese poems. So we've kind of been through the rules here. Maybe you caught some snippets of it, but essentially cards with the poems on them get laid out in front of you, and there's a reader that reads the poem out loud. You're trying to find the corresponding card with the correct poem on it in front of you, and if you touch it, it gets removed from play, and you're trying to remove all of your cards from play first. Interesting idea for a party. Yeah, it is super nerdy, but I think it's gonna be a fun time. So yeah, this is an example of some actual Karata play that we're gonna see here. Let's make sure you guys can hear it. I want you guys to be able to hear it. Was it coming out actually? Oh, it was. Okay, okay. Let me start it over. So you heard, hey, Kadium! Oh, thank you so much.
Greater 9 hype, greater 9 cozy, greater 9 love, greater 9 headpad, greater 9 dab.
I really appreciate that, and it is so good to see you, and I'm really glad to hear that you've been, well, busy but also doing really good. Like I said, some exciting changes coming up, so that's awesome. But yeah, thanks for the sub. Right, so as soon as we started the video, you guys heard that there's a woman talking. That was the sound of the reader. So usually they read these poems in a very specific cadence, and the game always starts off with reading a tanka poem that is not part of the game. So that way the players get a chance to adjust themselves to the reader's voice. So that's what we're going to hear first. Let me just start it again. So you can see it's very distinctive how she's talking. Players are getting ready. And definitely, once she starts reading the first poem, just notice the speed with which these people play. So that one ended up being a dead card. You notice that they were ready to go, ready to hit one. And this one, it was actually a card there, but I'm pretty sure that was a fault. That was another normal one. Another dead card. So you can see how close that player was to faulting there. She was about to touch one. And then another card cleared from the board. So a couple things you might have noticed is that it's okay if you hit some of the other cards that are around the correct one. As long as you touch the correct one, you're good. And again, the speed of it, it's really fast. Players are pretty good at not pretty good, like at the high tier, like they're incredibly good at recognizing these poems. Like just the beginning of the first syllable sometimes will tell them what poem it is. That's how familiar they are with all of these poems in the game, and like how good these players are at listening and then memorizing all the positions. So there's definitely a lot that goes into it. And yeah, usually they're pretty alert like this, leaning over the game boards, that way they can reach out as quickly as possible. And unless you really understand the game, I feel like it is quite difficult to understand what's happening, because you're just like, words are being said and then people move and what? So yeah, hopefully we have a good background that you guys kind of understood a little bit of what was going on. I probably won't replay this in the actual video, but I'm going to replay it one more time for you guys, because I do think it is cool. There we go. Oh, and one other thing that I wanted to mention that you might see the players doing is they raise their hands after somebody has gone for one of the cards. And this is to say, like, hey, we're, like, other tiles got smacked around. We're still putting those back, so just wait before you start reading the next one. Okay, so that was the dud card from the beginning. You can see her raising her hand there. But yeah, the right player has an X on her score, so I think that was a fault. Then the left player got that one. Like anime, but real life. Yeah, so you can see some of the ones in the corners, you have to reach pretty far to get them, so you have to be very fast, especially when you're on the opposite side, so it can be tricky. So one of the last things about Karata that I wanted to talk about is some of the competitive play. So it's not just for funsies. There are tournaments that happen across Japan, and I guess it's starting to even spread to other parts of the world. But there is a ranking system in Karata. You start in Class E, and you can raise up through the ranks and get to Class A, which is the top. There's also a national championship that takes place every year at the Omi Shrine in Japan. I do have a little map on the photo, but it's covered by chat, so maybe you'll get to see it in a second. And then the bottom photo is also another one taken at Omi Shrine, but you can see that they have pictures of the Yomifuda Karata cards around to show the full poems and the art on them, which is really pretty. Hold on, I'm just gonna read Kadiam's message real quick. Very exciting times ahead. Not great with change, so it feels like a whole lot of stress on top of the usual, but you're sure it's gonna be worth it. I know it totally will be worth it. But yeah, I agree. Change can be hard, and especially when there's so much that you have to deal with to make that change happen. I totally understand. But yeah, in the end, once you get settled, you're gonna be so happy, and it's gonna be awesome. So yeah, this national championship takes place every January at the Omi Shrine, and the winners get special titles for the entire year, and then next year you get to see if somebody else is going to take the title. So there is the Meijin, which is the male winner, and then there's the Queen, which is the female winner, but both winners are called Grand Champions. And then if you win 7 Grand Champions in a row, you become an Eternal Master, and Eternal Masters are very, very well respected within Karata communities, and obviously it's very difficult to become an Eternal Master because you need to be playing for so long in order to win. Actually, I don't know if it's 7 in a row or if it's 7 total. It might be 7 total, so I'll have to double check on that. But yeah, so it is a very Japanese sport, I guess, is a good way to put it. Like, not a lot of people have heard of this outside of Japan because you have to be knowledgeable about Japanese poetry to play. You obviously have to be able to read Japanese. It isn't played in other places really throughout the world other than Japan because of this background. So it's something that I found really interesting and a super cool sport. And I think that's pretty much everything that one would need to know for an introduction about Karata. However, this is where you guys have activated my trap card. Oh my gosh. Everybody thought this was a presentation about what is Karata, but actually, it's a presentation about why you should watch Chihaya Furu. Dun, dun, dun. So now that you guys have this background, I'm going to play this video for you. This is how it normally goes when people try and recommend Chihaya Furu to their friends. I'll just let ProZD speak for himself here.
And in the second season, they have to track down a serial killer. It's intense as shit.
Oh, damn, that sounds dope.
Yeah, it is. So, what anime have you been watching lately?
Oh, yeah, I'm watching a show called Chihaya Furu.
Yeah?
So it's about these high schoolers, and they play this game called Karata. It's a Japanese card game.
Uh-huh.
So let me explain Karata. It's a game with these playing cards, and they have poems on them. Well, they're actually 100 poems. They're based on this thing called the Ogura Hyakunin Isshu. It's an anthology of Japanese poems by 100 poets, and you okay there?
No, I'm good.
And so they set out 50 of the poem cards, and then there's a reader who reads a verse, and the players have to hit the card that corresponds to the verse. I've also been watching My Hero Academia.
Oh man, that show's dope!
Yeah.
It is.
I failed you.
So that has literally been my experience every single time I have tried to tell somebody about this show. It is literally my favorite anime, and I'm pretty sure also my favorite show. Like, not just my favorite anime. Like, it is so good, and I really, really enjoy it. It's also ProZD's favorite show. If anybody knows this creator, he's also a voice actor in a lot of video games and some shows and things like that. But it's just so hard to recommend because you need such background to try and describe it to people. So you start explaining what the heck Karata is, because you can't just say, oh, it's an anime about Karata, and then like keep going to talk about other things. Like, you have to pause and say, what the heck is Karata? And then in the middle of explaining it, people are just like, yeah, you lost me. So it is a difficult show to recommend. Do you have to understand the game to watch it? That's a good question. And the answer is no. When I first saw Chihaya Furu, I had no idea what Karata was. The show does a very good job teaching you all the rules because the players in the show are also learning how to play. So therefore it leads you through everything as well. And it also doesn't front load with too much information. Like, it kind of gives you the basics and then little by little adds on and like, oh, and here's the faults, and oh, here's different strategies that you can use, and like, oh, here's all these little nuances to it. Like, I mentioned at the beginning how players can put their cards on their side of the territory in any organizational format, I guess, that they want. Like, they can place their cards anywhere. And so there's a lot of strategy in how you group your cards, because maybe you group like the certain syllables together. Like, if there's I don't know. There's just, the cards start with different syllable sounds. So like, you might put certain sounds together, you might split the sounds up because you don't want two similar cards to be next to each other. There's also a lot of strategy into like when you're passing cards over to the other player, like what kinds of cards you might send to them, because if you think that they might be weak at getting a certain card, you want to pass it over to them so that way you can still get it even though it's on their side. So yeah, there's lots of little things that they keep introducing little by little, a bunch of stuff that we didn't have to go over here, but I think they do a really, really good job of that. So, to tell you,
and in the second,
we don't need to hear that again. But to tell you about my favorite show, Chihaya Furu, it is 3 seasons so far, 74 episodes. The first 2 seasons are both 25 episodes, and the third one is 24 episodes. And I just really love it. I'm gonna give you guys a summary. There is going to end up being a bunch of text on screen, so y'all can just zone out. You don't have to read it, but if you do want to read along with me, feel free. So the quick overview is that it's a coming-of-age story about Ayase Chihaya, where after an impactful experience learning Karata in her childhood and desperately missing the friends that she used to play with, Chihaya decides to create a Karata club at her high school. Her goal is to rise through the ranks in competition, because if she can become the best player in Japan, she becomes the best player in the world. Because, again, this isn't really played outside of Japan, so if you can meet that goal, you really do become the best player in the world. She also hopes more than anything to reunite with her childhood Karata friends, and attending tournaments is her best chance. So this show just is very endearing to me because the main character, Chihaya, she's the one that's in the middle of all 3 of these photos on the side. She kind of, as she's growing up, has an older sister who's got a very thriving modeling career, and so there's a lot of attention that's going to the sister, and Chihaya, being just like a younger kid, doesn't really have an identity to herself yet, and so she's just there like supporting her sister, but she doesn't have anything that she's very passionate about. And then one day she meets somebody who's kind of like doesn't really fit in that well at school, but he plays Karata, and by happenstance these two come together and he teaches her how to play Karata, and something just clicks for her and she absolutely loves it, and she has so much fun playing with him. And one of her other friends ends up playing as well, and the 3 of them just end up playing Karata like all the time together as kids, but of course things change as you grow older. So one of the friends ends up moving away, and then they kind of go to different schools because they do live in a big city. I'm not sure if they're in Tokyo, but they do live in a big city in Japan where there's multiple high schools, so like they don't necessarily see each other. And so this group that met when they were kids and just had like the cutest little bond didn't get to stay together and didn't get to keep playing together. And so Chihaya, upon arriving to high school, realizes that she's really been missing this in her life and wants to bring it back, but Karata didn't exist at her high school. And so she creates a club and has to work really hard recruiting members, because I guess even in Japan, it's kind of hard to convince people to play a card game that has to do with memorizing 100 poems. Like, that's a pretty big barrier of entry. But she ends up succeeding, and she gets this great little crew of people on her team that are just really diverse in how they play, and I find it super interesting. So to quickly go over all of our main characters here, we've first got Chihaya herself. And she is a player that relies on speed and game sense. So she has very fast reflexes, and game sense kind of refers to listening to the reader and being able to decipher which poem it is as soon as possible. And some people are just better at this, and it basically means that not only is their reaction time faster, like moving their hand, but also just knowing what card, like identifying the card, is done faster as well. So she is a very fast player, and she wants to become the queen, which, if you remember, is the winner of that national tournament that happens every year. Then we have one of my favorite characters, Oe. She is super sweet and cute, and the reason that she ends up getting into Karata is because she learns that she loves the tradition of it and its artistry, of both the 100 poems and actually also of the other historical significance that is around Karata. I think playing at the shrine every year is something that she loves, the fact that you're on tatami mats, but also people dress up in traditional Japanese garb when they're playing, and her family actually owns a shop that sells like the clothing that they wear and everything. So she just falls in love with the beauty of it, and it's really sweet to see her motivated by this rather than really being motivated by a sporty thing. Oe is best girl. Yeah, Oe is super cute. Then we have Tsutomu, or better known as Desk Tomu, so named because he is a statistics man. He uses the past statistics of his opponents to determine how they're going to play. So he will figure out, like, oh, this opponent, they did really good with this, this, and this card, but they did worse on this, this, and this card. So maybe arrange your cards like this. And he'll also be able to tell his teammates, oh, I think in this tournament, you're probably going to go up against this, this, and this person, and you should be able to beat them because I know that, you know, they lost these other matches. And so he's really helpful in looking through all these statistics and finding certain pieces of information that other people would have missed had he not gone through and checked all the details. So he's also a very interesting and different player. And then we have Taichi. Taichi's like the cool guy. He was one of the ones that when he was a kid thought Karuto was stupid, but wanted to play because some of his friends were playing. But Taichi's strength is that he has superior memorization skills. So Chihaya, even though she's really fast, sometimes will go for the wrong card because she doesn't remember where the correct card is. Whereas Taichi, on the other hand, even though he can't quite match Chihaya for speed, knows for sure exactly where all the cards are. So that lets him pull ahead sometimes. And then we have Nishida, aka Porky, who's just kind of a jack of all trades. He's been playing Karata since he was young. He knows what he's doing for sure. He doesn't necessarily have any specific weaknesses, but he's also a huge asset to the crew because of his general skill and everything, but also because he makes sure that everybody has snacks. And then last, but definitely not least, is Arata. And Arata is simply the GOAT. He is the best player out of all of these folks that we see here, but there's also a lot of strife in his life that keeps him from playing karata with his friends, and the story around that is very interesting, and trying to get him back into karata is one of my favorite storylines in the show. So those are all of the characters, at least the main ones. There's other characters that are introduced in later seasons as well. But yeah, everybody should go check out Chihaya. And if you ever find yourself in Japan, then go to the Omi Shrine and you'll see all these cardboard cutouts of the players, or like the characters in the show that play the game, and it's amazing. Isn't Porky also originally familiar with the more Osakan variation of the game? I think that was a different player or different character from season 2 Blade. I'll have to go back through all these animations to show you. I think that is this guy, right? I'm pretty sure that that's the one, but I might be misremembering. But yeah, that's my presentation. Definitely took longer than 10 minutes, so I'll have to figure out all the things that I want to say exactly, but I feel like the general gist of it is there. And yeah, feel free to let me know if y'all have any feedback on this. Oh yeah, and the the QR code at the end literally just goes to Chihaya at Crunchyroll. Good question, Katiam. You can watch it on Crunchyroll, and the QR code will take you there. It's got all 3 seasons. Oh, and I have to say, if you do end up watching this show, which again, please do, I will talk to you about it forever. We did watch it in Anime Night on the Discord. It was the first show that we watched because how could it not be? But you need to watch it Japanese subs, okay? In Japanese, sorry, not with Japanese subs, but in Japanese with English subs or whatever subs that you require. Do not watch the English version. The voice acting is really bad and really cheesy, and it's not a good time. So you have to watch it in Japanese. It does sound intimidating to get into. Yeah, that's why, again, it's hard to recommend, but I'm hoping that with this little bit of background on Karata, it could be a show that people would be willing to check out, because the stories of all the characters and, like I said, just the different play styles, because I found it so interesting, like how many different ways that there are to appreciate the game and get good at the game. Because normally I feel like kind of Chihaya's style of just being fast would be what most people would think about with this game, especially with the video that we saw earlier. Like, you could see how fast everybody was going, but there's just all these other aspects to it. They're so cool that they highlight throughout the show, and the relationships between the characters are also really sweet. And like I said, the story around Arata is just so good, and you're rooting for him so much. So yeah. You'd give it a go? Yay! I hope you do. I do hope you do. I hope that everybody does. You're gonna give people a talking to make them watch it. Yeah. Chibi was one of the folks that watched it with me in Anime Night, and so was Blade, and I think everybody enjoyed it. Like, hopefully they weren't just humoring me. But yeah, I had a good time watching with everybody. I think that was my third rewatch of it, and honestly I would rewatch it again. Like, just putting together this presentation has made me want to rewatch it. Motivated to rewatch it? Is that what you're trying to say, Chippy? I'm not sure. Anyways, thank you all for coming to my TED Talk. And now, back to the scheduled programming. My enthusiasm has persuaded you. Yay! I'm glad. Your only real criticism with the presentation was the summary page for the show. Yeah, it's just a bunch of text. I did consider taking off all the text and just having the art for the show on there. Do you think I should do that? Sounds like you think I should do that. Thank you for the claps, Chibi. Because that is one of the slides that I was most worried about. What a cute Stardew screen. Thank you. This is my little mod that I have on Stardew that makes everything purpley and mermaidy, and I love it. It's my only mod, and it's just to make it prettier. Lancetti, hello. You missed the TED Talk. I'm sorry. I guess if there's interest, I would do it again in the Discord, and maybe we could actually time me if I did it again in the Discord. That could be interesting. Huge wall of text was a little intimidating, but you did really enjoy it. Thank you, Cola. Okay, I'm gonna write down that note that maybe I should just make it so that it only shows the art, and then I say aloud the summary. The only thing is I'll probably have to bring a note card with me then to read the summary, because I didn't have it memorized, and I know that if I just tried to spitball off the top of my head that it would end up being a lot longer. So I'm gonna, yeah, I will do that. I will make that sacrifice of bringing a note card with me and being even more nerdy about the PowerPoint party. Okay, so remove text on summary slide. Cool. Thank you, Cola. Quickly make a comic out of stick figures that sums up the story. Oh my god. I feel like that's a lot of effort for a little PowerPoint party. Oh, the other thing that I'm really excited about is that I have actually a set of Karata cards that I found, because I learned that there is an Animal Crossing version of a set of Karata cards that existed, and I was like, I need to have this. So I immediately went on eBay and bought a set. So I'm gonna bring that with me so that way people can like actually see and feel the Karata cards themselves. Oh, we're one day away. I could have sworn that Elian Jin and Lady KB played without me, and I thought that we did enter into fall, but maybe that was prior to this and we had one more stream after that. Eli, do you remember? Is this correct? I hope we haven't like lost any data anywhere. That was spring to summer. Okay, perfect. So this is correct. Oh, what did I use for the art to start? Let me go back to the presentation real quick. Are you talking about like all this, Chibi? These little guys? So this photo that I have is actually one that I took at the Omi Shrine, and then I found these little, I don't know, they're not quite stick figures, but like emoji people. I found them on the internet and I just stuck those on top of my photo that I had from the Omi Shrine. That's all that was. Yeah, with how people play the game. Yeah, so I just used that over and over for all these different things. But yeah, there are pictures that you can find of people playing Karta that also would have this similar effect of, you know, just the whole setup of it and the players and whatnot. But I wanted to use my own photo, and so I had to put the little dorky people on top of it to be able to use my own photo, because there was nobody playing when we went. We went in, I think it was, no, it must have been November by then. It was either, no, I'm going to say November. It was November by then. And the tournament doesn't take place till January, so your criticism with the slide is that I went on a long rant on that particular slide. Usually having hot notes keep it both engaging and provides a good framework for the reader. Also true. Also, I probably won't take questions during the middle of my presentation in the actual one, and I feel like I went off more on tangents. Oh, Ely made it in, perfect. I feel like I went off more on tangents whenever there was a question from chat, because I was trying to keep up with you guys, so hopefully that's the case, but probably there were a few other points where I'm just too passionate about it. I gotta really limit myself to the slide content. Let's see. Did I miss anything else? Okay, have the text appear in bursts alternatively. I had it appearing little by little, and actually, okay, I guess we're still talking about this. Oh gosh, let me go back to the game while King's waiting so they have a little context before we jump into that. Welcome in, King. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing? I hope that your stream went well. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Let me get you a shout out. Or did we got King a shout out, I think. Thanks for doing that, Ely. Playing, oh, and a double shout out. Actually, that's good. Raiders deserve double shout outs. Goat Simulator 3. Oh lord. I think I have heard of Goat Simulator. I have no clue why there would need to be more than one. That's crazy. Allison, hello. Welcome on in. I hope you had a good time at King's stream. If anybody is not already following our friend King, please go check him out. He plays such a variety of games, lots of arcadey things, because he does IRL arcade games, so he practices sometimes on stream, but also does like story stuff sometimes. I know he's been playing the Date Everything recently a little bit, and now Goat Simulator 3. So if you're down for that, yeah, definitely go check him out. And folks that came in with the raid, thank you so much for being here. But if any of you do need to head out right now, no worries at all. We totally understand. I want to make sure that everybody's taking care of themselves. So if you have any of that lovely post-stream care that you need to do, definitely please go do it. But otherwise, if you're here for more stream content, we're doing a little bit of Stardew today. I also just finished doing a practice presentation. So there's been a little bit of talk about that. I might switch over to the slides for some discussion in a minute. Let me just finish catching up with chat first. Cola, not remove the text, just shorten it to a more swallowable meal or split it across slides. Okay. But yeah, Len said, I'll show you how I did it in a second. I tried to make it so that it was in smaller chunks, but it is still just a wall of text. With how people play the game. Oh yeah, I remember what Chewy was asking there. There we go. Aurora needs to play Goat Simulator at some point. Do I need to? Lancetti, for notes, you make a doc with a large to read font and print it out for yourself. When you need more than note cards, you also practice your monologue during long car rides, so you get your tangent thoughts out before the presentation. That's really smart. I don't think I'm gonna have time to really practice this before the actual thing. For context for the Raiders, I'm going to a PowerPoint party this weekend, which is literally just where you get together with your friends and you do PowerPoint presentations in front of each other on whatever topic that you want. It is a great nerdy time. And so I just got through my very first practice of mine in front of everybody. So it was a little bit all over the place at some points. Got lost in the sauce at times, but overall I think it went all right. Let's see. Date Everything is amazing. Yeah, you were playing it too, weren't you, Lady KB? And I know Kate has played it on her stream as well. It is so nutballs, that game. Whoever thought of it is just a different kind of person, I guess. All right, so these void eggs are for Krobus because I am gifting Krobus stuff to try and become friends with him. So any void eggs that I pick up, I'm saving them for now. Although maybe I have enough that I could put the silver one in here. Maybe that'll be all right. Okay. You were there for commentary for the Date Everything, Allison. Oh my gosh. That game, yeah, like I said, I didn't get a chance to watch King playing it, but I did watch Kate play it, and I was lurking in Lady KV's stream. I'm pretty sure Kate was literally talking to a toilet and debating on whether or not to date the toilet, so I'm just like, ah. I'm pretty sure there's like toaster and microwave, like all the different things. What did Ely just say? Getting hay. Okay, perfect, because I was going to say we are out of hay, and it looks like potentially the barn animals didn't eat yesterday because we didn't get any products from them. Hugs Trapdorian. Who would be Trapdorian? Oh, a trapdoor. Oh my god. It did not click until I said it the second time. Oh man. Go Betty, go Mac, go Skylar. Okay, I'm assuming Mac is maybe the microwave, unless it's a literal bowl of mac and cheese. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go find Krobus. Do I need to find Krobus? Yes, I do. Betty. Betty sounds like betting, so maybe there's like poker chips or something? And Skylar, I feel like is maybe a skylight. How are those guesses? Harvey needs pickles! Yes, Harvey. Go Dirk, go Shelly, and go Bathsheba. Okay, Bathsheba has to be an actual bathtub. Dirk. Is that a knife, maybe? I feel like there's a type of knife called a dirk. And then Shelly, I'm gonna guess is like some shell jewelry. Or something else in the bathroom. Off topic, you know. By the way, you personally believe that you can beat Mario Sunshine in 12 or less streams. Aw, thank you, Chibi. I appreciate your faith in me. Yeah, for those who don't know, I started Mario Sunshine this week. Was it this week or did we start it one stream last week maybe? No, we did it both last week and this week. That's right. We're 4 streams in, I think. And I've been having a time with it. So I do appreciate Chibi rooting me on. Lynn said you had a banana shake with nutmeg and cinnamon for a protein shake this morning and it tasted like banana bread. Ooh. Oh, right. I forgot. It's the Moonlight Jellyfish thingy tonight. That sounds really good. Nutmeg and cinnamon with banana. I really like banana shakes. I don't really love bananas, the fruit on their own, but I do like a banana shake, or not shake, but like smoothie. That's it. A banana smoothie on its own. But particularly with bananas that aren't super ripe, not green, but definitely not to the point where they're starting to brown and have spots, because once they get too ripe, they're just too banana-y for me, and I really like the more mild flavor, and just the creaminess of a banana smoothie is so good. So I bet you that was amazing. A toilet would be good to deal with your poop. It would. It definitely would. Oh, need code to join if possible. Dang, I just assumed that since Ely was able to, that other folks could. But you know what? We might not be friends on Steam. So that could be it, Lady KB. Let me get that to you right now, friend. Where do I put it here? All right. Join code is there for you. You should be good to go. Sorry I didn't see that until just now. Alex, you're gonna go for now? Yeah, sounds good. Thanks so much for being here. It was good to see you today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you, thank you. Luke Nukem. Oh wait, that has to be the microwave. Okay, so is Mac then a bowl of mac and cheese? Luke Nukem is really good for a microwave name. Hey, there she is. Thanks for playing with us today, Lady KB. Also, I should just mention, this is a community farm that we're playing on. So anybody that is on this list here has already done the redeem to join the farm, and they're welcome to play with us whenever they want. And anybody who doesn't see their name here, we have a channel point redeem to join the farm if you so wish. We don't have any limits on space. I've set it up so that we can have as many players as possible. So if you feel like playing some Stardew with us today, everybody is more than welcome. Sir Whale, welcome in. How you doing? Did we get a shouty out for Sir Whale? Not yet. And I don't think we got one for Lancetti either. So let me do that. One for Sir Whale and one for Lancetti. Hope you're having a good day, Sir Whale. Thanks for destroying my roof yet again. Accept my love. He's not going to accept your love if you spell his name wrong, Lady KV. Doesn't it have an E? Or am I the one in the wrong? It does have an E. You gotta respect the name, Lady KV. Let's see. Mac is the computer. Oh, that makes sense. Betty. Betty. Betty is the bed. Skylar is the detaviator. Glasses. Okay, a pair of glasses. I'll take it. Blade, you're just hoping you can actually hang out for a sunshine stream before I finish it. Yeah. Is your day off normally on Wednesdays? Because if that's the case, if it is like on a standard schedule, then you should be able to catch sunshine streams every Wednesday. Not next week, because next week we're doing the same thing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But the following week we should be back to Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. So then it would be Monday, Thursday, sunshine, and no, Monday, Wednesday, sunshine, Thursday, Stardew. Unless I did talk about last stream that like, what if I maybe started a different game and I don't know, just played Sunshine every once in a while because it's a lot for me and it's a little bit hard to take. But I don't know, like now that I'm having this day without Mario Sunshine, I'm like, oh yeah, it's fine to have it as my main game, but playing it like Monday, Tuesday, I think is tough. So I'll just see how I feel after next week and then decide if I actually want to go through with that. Because I was thinking that I could give it the Super Metroid treatment, where in Super Metroid we did it every other Friday alongside every other Thursday alongside Stardew. So it was like one Thursday was Stardew, one Thursday was Super Metroid. So we could do every other Thursday Stardew, every other Thursday Super Mario Sunshine, and then the other 2 days of the week, Monday, Wednesday, have it be a different game. So that way we're doing 3 at a time again. Like, it didn't feel too bad with Super Metroid, but that one did finish in like, 8 streams or something, so that didn't last very long, whereas Mario Sunshine definitely is going to take longer than that. Dirk is the dirty laundry. Oh no, not the dirty laundry. Let me see if I was right about the knife thing. If there is a knife called a dirk. Yeah, a dirk is a long-bladed dagger historically associated with Scotland. Huh. So there you go. It should have apparently been a dagger that you have laying around your house. If it was in the kitchen, it would seem more normal, right? We can ignore the fact that it's a dagger and just pretend like it was a kitchen knife. Shelly is the shelf. Oof. Bethesda is the bathtub. Okay, that's the only one. Oh, sorry, Bathsheba. I said Bethesda for some reason. That's the only one I got right. Dang it. Having the time of your life with Mario Sunshine. That is one way to describe my experience so far. You need to give Harvey the pickles. Without the pickles, he cannot accept your love. You didn't get a chance to say it earlier because you immediately left for foods. But you're doing better today as of the afternoon. Oh, I'm glad to hear it, Kate. That's good. Oh, welcome. Oh, that's so good. Wait, I haven't heard you say that before, Sir Whale. Do you say that like at all of your streams? You should have like I don't know, like a little chat thingy if you don't already that says welcome to new people, because we have a welcome command, but welcome's so amazing. I love it. You're good, annoyed but good. Oh no, what's happening, Sir Whale? There is a very high chance of Blade attending one of my Mario Sunshine streams, hopefully. Thursdays are your guaranteed days. Oh, right. Oh no, today is Wednesday. I was like, right, because we're playing Stardew, so therefore today is Thursday. No, our schedule is shifted. So your schedule is also shifted today. Thursdays are your guaranteed days off for the time being. Okay, so just this week was different. Okay, well, we'll have to see if we can figure it out. You're almost done with Sunshine. May as well finish it. Literally halfway there-ish. We determined that I'm about a third of the way there because I have 24. That's the number. I have 24 sprites as of the end of last stream, and I'm pretty sure I need 75 to finish the game, right? So I'm pretty sure I've got a bit longer. You're with Kate. Might as well push through the pain sooner. You'll only stress yourself out if I keep delaying it. Yeah, that's a fair point. Somebody else was saying that too. They're like, you should just get it over with. And I don't necessarily disagree with that either. You have 25. We got the extra one last night. I thought I only needed 50. It thought it was 50? Wait, somebody yesterday was telling me it was 70. People were messing with me. We're at 50? Wait, I mean, we're not at 50, but you only need 50? Also, I'm pretty sure that we were only at 24. I feel like that was the last thing that I saw before I stopped stream yesterday. So I don't think that's the case. Whoa! My relationship with Krobus is growing. I have never seen a letter like this before. I'm not sure how the human message system works, so I asked Wizard to help me write this letter. I hope you are doing okay. I wanted to share this with you. It's notes on how my people built a certain item. A dark sign. What is that? Okay, I'm gonna have to see what that is in my crafting recipes. Where's this silly little... There you are. I was at 24, but when you save, it goes up to 25 because I collected the Secret of the Yoshi Go Round Shines as the very last thing. I thought that's when it went up to 24. Does it ever say 25 on the screen? Did I see that and just not notice? But also, it's for real only 50? Because that means that we are very close. This is very pertinent information to that decision about whether or not I would take on a different game, an additional game. Oh shoot, all my stuff is dying. I forgot that before stream I got the low battery signal for my keyboard. Utter Skog, or sorry, just Utter SK. Welcome in. I hope you're doing all right. But yeah, my keyboard was yelling at me that it's low battery, and now my mouse is yelling at me that it's low battery. So I gotta plug at least one of these guys in here. Hopefully, I'm gonna. Let me see what the percentages are at. I feel like the keyboard usually runs out faster, so I might see if the mouse can just make it through stream. Pulling up my thing here that's gonna tell me all the battery. Okay, we got mouse at 30%, keyboard at 24%. So mouse is gonna stay uncharged for now, and keyboard, it's only at 24, is gonna get charged here. My keyboard is super finicky with charging, and it might be my cable, but I also feel like the software for it is not good. The Logitech software, I literally have to switch my keyboard on and off before the percentage will update in Logitech's side of things. So I'm just like, I think it's Logitech. I think my keyboard charge is fine, and Logitech is telling me the wrong percent because it looks like nothing has happened, but then I switch it on and off and I'm like, oh, actually it's fine. That's really silly. Let's see, it did say 25. Okay, I mean, if you saw it with your very own eyes, I believe you. So, wow, I can't believe we're halfway. It's only 50 specific shines. But what if I got some extra ones? What if some of the ones that I've already gotten are not required, and therefore I have to get more than 50? I think I just don't have enough knowledge of the game to understand what, like, 50 specific shrines means. Hopefully, I'm getting the correct ones to progress towards the end of the game. Let's see. I'm slightly above what I should have since I got some extra ones in the plaza. Okay, so are those ones not counting? Actually, then. Oh my gosh, I forgot that we're in fall. I totally forgot that we're in fall. Okay, I gotta help with stuff. Oh, but it's not that bad, right? Because the corn survives, so that's good. And so do the sunflower seeds. So we're actually in better shape than if there was a different seasonal change. You hit a dark sign on the farm. Wait, yeah, I wanted to check what it does. Is this it? Dark sign. Use an item on this to change what's displayed. The item won't be consumed. Oh. Okay, I think that it just acts as a normal sign, but it's cool looking, is what it seems like. See, did I miss anything else from Kate? I just want to make sure. No, okay. Pretty sure I saw everything about the Sunshine game so far. Lance said, do you feel the same with your Logitech headphones, or they just charge dang fast? I feel like my keyboard does not charge that fast, but I also don't know if my cable is that good. I feel like it might be a slow charge cable, honestly, with how slow my keyboard charges, but I'm fine with it. It doesn't really matter. I've got wireless stuff, but like I don't move them around, so yeah, it's not that big of a deal. It is nicer to have a wireless mouse for like Valorant and stuff, but yeah, the keyboard I can just stay plugged in all day, it doesn't matter. Extra ones don't matter. They're just extra. I will have 50 more when I finish. Sorry, I will have more than 50 when I finish since I collected the extras, and the extras do not count. Okay, so is it only the ones within the levels or something? But the ones that are on the plaza don't count? Like, how do I know which 50 that I need if I've never played this before? You just have to have played it before, maybe, to know which are the 50? Where does this go? It wasn't in either one. I'm gonna put it here, I guess. Technically you only need 9 specific shines. What? The only problem is you have to do 42 other shines to get 7 of them. Although there is one you can cut out 5 shines for if you clip through a roof, which probably I'm not gonna do that. But interesting. Okay, making it sound confusing. No, I get what he's saying though. Like, only 9 of them progress the story probably, but in order to reach those other 9 you have to do the other ones first. I get it, I get it. It's just finish episode 7 in each stage. How many stages are there? Nobody has told me yet. Or maybe somebody did and that's how we got to the 70 number. Like, I think they said there were 7, maybe it was that there were 10 stages or 9 stages, and then I had to get, no. If there's 10 and I have to get 7 on each, then that would add up to 70. So let's just say that. Like 10 stages including the plaza. Is that true? Because where did we get the 70 from? Or you for real just think that people were messing with me? As I feel like Arya was the one that said it. And if that's the case, I feel like she probably just misremembered. Arya doesn't usually mess with me on game stuff. And she did emphasize that it had been more than 10 years since she had played Sunshine. So there were a few details that she was fuzzy on. So maybe this was one of them. If I'm even remembering the conversation correctly. Don't think I would run speedrun tech. No, absolutely not. Someone put Blade in jail for confusing me. He doesn't play Sonic anymore, and he's hindering your help. Wait, I thought you and Kate were playing a bunch of Sonic games together. What happened? Exactly. Aside from one stage where you can sequence break to cut out 6 episodes, you have to do episodes 1 through 6 to get to 7. Okay, but here's the thing. 50 is not divisible by 7. So I think the closest we can get is 48, right? 7 times... No, 49. 7 times 7, 49. So is there just like a free one or something? There's 7 episodes in each stage. There's more, yeah, but I'm only going up to 7 because I don't care about the rest. There's only 9 stages in total. Okay, but 9 times 7 is like 63, right? So where are we getting only 50? There are 10 stages, including the hub world, the intro stage, and the final level. 7 normal stages. Okay, so the 10 times 7 thing seems to be where we got 70. 8 not counting the hub. This is getting more confusing, I'll tell you what. How do I need to do 1 through 7 of 10 stages, but only need 50 shines? That 1 through 7, or sorry, 1 through 10, 7 episodes, that's 70. Stop playing Sonic and he stopped playing Sonic and is hurting Kate. Oh, Blade, go play Sonic again. Okay, and I did a good job talking with Krobus this time because I didn't know that talking with them also raised hearts. I thought that you just needed to give them gifts and that was it, but apparently the talking part matters. Good advice for real life too. Let's see. If you're gonna help, be correct. 8 not counting the hub. Okay, so kind of 9. Do I need to get any sprites from the hub? Has Kate found all the stages? I don't know. I assume if Kate has played it. Do you think that she's just literally doesn't know where one is and that's why you two have different numbers? That's an interesting theory. Oh, the other one is always the one that has. Oh, they're doing the apple jelly. Apple jelly? I didn't know we needed apple jelly. I was gonna say they're doing fine, but no, they're in need of apple jelly. What are we doing over here? We gotta get apples in the jelly makers right now. Kate and Blade sound like a mom and dad fighting. Truly, though. Look at cute little hair clip. I love it. It's in the greenhouse. A jammer to make apple jam? Apple jelly? Ugh. Or there's actually apple jelly in the greenhouse. There's actually apple jelly in the greenhouse? Do we have a bin in here? Maybe it's just in there. I think that's what Ely's talking about. Okay, it's working. You put it in there. Okay. All right, so we're going to get apple jelly soon. No hub sprites needed. Okay, in there jamming. Yeah, jamming in the jammer. So that means, okay, we're still trying to figure this out then, Kate, because that means that there are 8, what do you call them? Stages. 8 stages, because we don't care about any sprites in the hub world. But if I do 8 times 7, because 7 episodes per stage, that's still 56. So I still need explanation of where we're getting this 50 number from, because it's not adding up with basically any of the things that people are telling me. The 70s seem to maybe have some foundation, but I think we've disproven that. Blade, you are going to play more Sonic. Azurlane just has events going on, and you can't stream as much as you used to. Got it. So you're trying to make sure you catch all the events. That makes sense. Let's see. Have I found all the stages? Definitely not. Yeah, no. I think I must be getting close, though. We've finished already 2 of them. We finished the beach ones, and we finished Gelato Beach. That's what it is. I kept forgetting. Whenever we rated Fredo yesterday, he was asking me, oh, how far have you gotten? Which episodes have you done? And then I was like, the beach one? And he was like, yeah, that's Gelato Beach. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Because in my brain, I wanted to say Ice Cream Beach, but I was like, that doesn't sound right. So I just said something beach, and then he let me know it was gelato. So hopefully I'll remember it now. But we finished all of the ones there, and we finished all the ones in Bianco Hill. And by all the ones, I mean 1 through 7. And then I think we're getting really close on the park one, the Pinna Park. And we started Rico Harbor. We started something Bay, Nico Bay, and we started whatever was the one with the pineapple blocking the way. So maybe I still need to find 2 more. I'm still in the middle. Do some episodes, not give sprites. Yeah, maybe that's where the discrepancy is coming from. Okay, is the number actually 56 instead of just 50? Because of 7 times 8 being 56? Is that? I still don't know. Also, real quick to go back, like, I don't know, 10 minutes or whatever, 15 minutes to that question that Lancetti had on my presentation. I'm just going to show real quick, because this is the main critique that folks had for me, was this slide and how there's a wall of text. So I just wanted to show you how I tried to divide it up. So it does appear little by little, and I grayed out the previous text, so that way it's like you didn't see it all at once. And so see how it kind of like goes away, and then the new one is darker. That's how I tried to split it up. But still, even here, like, I think it is just too much text. So I think you guys were saying that even if I want to say all this out loud, maybe just summarize it into shorter bullet points or something. Or what I feel like I could do is just get rid of the text altogether and make the art bigger and just have the art. You think it's fine as it is grayed out? Now we have conflicting opinions, but I do think it breaks it up better than just having this. But I'll have to see, because this is the thing I was most iffy about. It is very wordy, which is not how you usually want it in a presentation. Blade, so the first shine sprite you need is the one from the intro stage at the airship. You can't progress without it, so that's 1. Then you don't need any sprites in Delfino Plaza or its hidden levels. Then there are 7 stages with 8 episodes each. The sprites from episodes 1 through 6 and 8 don't matter for beating the game, except for unlocking the next episode. So for normal play, you need to get 7 sprites from the 7 stages, totaling 49 sprites. We said there are 8 stages. We said there are 8. That's what Kate said. Kate said, because Blade said there are 10 stages, including the hub world, and then 7 normal stages. And then Kate said there are 8, not counting the hub world. So maybe it is 7? And how many did I list off? I'm like looking at both my hands as if that's gonna give me the answer. I'm like trying to count with my fingers. The 8th stage is the final stage, and it's structured differently. But I don't need to do that one because I'll already be at my 50 by that point. Is that what's happening? Your brain hurts. Mine too. You're trying to check and it's shockingly hard. Oh my gosh. I appreciate you guys so much because I was considering looking into this myself, but I was worried that I would come across spoilers. And now I know I definitely would have come across spoilers because apparently of how much you have to dig in order to find this information. Like, why is it so difficult? Still doesn't explain where you're getting the 2 extra stages. Yeah, Kate and Blade need to figure this out. I want Blade to DM Kate so that way Kate can explain, or Blade can explain as well afterwards. What the heck is the discrepancy between the two here? Okay. To unlock the 8th stage, you need the other 50 shines. Yeah, but then do I have to play the 8th stage? Because you guys keep trying to tell me that I only need 50, but if I need 50 to unlock the 8th stage and then I still have to play the 8th stage, then I need more than 50, right? Because I still have to get the ones from stage 8. That's what it's seeming like. Apple's still jamming! Dang it! Alright, we'll grab these while we're here. Oh, I do have a small update about the farm. There's something that I want to do, and I don't know when I'll get around to it. It's probably not going to be like anytime super soon, but there is a chance it could kind of like mess things up. So my goal with this community farm was to have it be such that people could play on it anytime they wanted, even if I was not available to play. And the way that I was going to set that up is there's a mod that you can get that lets your character basically be an autopilot, and so your character just goes to bed every night. If there's any kind of events, they automatically go to the event. I don't know, like it makes sure that the game progresses essentially, but only if there are other people in the server. If nobody else is logged in to play the game, then it just stays paused. So essentially if nobody's there, game is paused, it's not progressing. If anybody starts to play, then the game will move forward, and I don't have to like actually be playing with everybody since my character can be on autopilot. So I did have that set up, and we've done it a few times where we've been able to play like that, but it's not, oops, that's not where I was trying to go. It's not the most convenient setup because the mod for doing that is outdated now. And so actually not outdated necessarily with the game, but outdated with SMAPI, which if anybody does Stardew mods, you've heard of it, but that's like essentially what enables you to do the mods in the game. So I no longer have that mod on my main computer. I only have it on my laptop. So now whenever I'm hosting the game for folks, I have to do it on my laptop, which means I have to sign into Steam over there, and then there has to be this whole cloud sync thing that happens in order for me to then play Stardew again next time on my main computer here. And I swear to God that half the time when I go to like open Steam on my computer after I've had it open on my laptop, it's like, oh, the cloud didn't sync on the other device that you played this on, and like some data may be lost, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, oh my God. And so then I have to go through this whole rigmarole of like, even if my laptop is off, I have to start it back up, and somehow Steam didn't sync before I powered it down or whatever, and then I have to open Steam, and sometimes I just have to like open and close Steam a few times on both computers before it will finally say that it's synced, and I don't really know how to make that smoother. But anyways, in order to make this whole thing easier for me and more what I wanted, it would be good if I was able to host this game from a different player on my laptop. So that way I could leave my laptop on all the time as well. Oh no, I didn't update Twitch. Thank you. Oh, wait, did I update them for my Twitch teams? Yes, but also I thought you were talking about my Twitch category. We're on Stardew now, not just chatting anymore. That reminded me of something that I needed to do, but now I don't know. Did I update the info for my Twitch teams? Like I did put a little about thing for my Twitch team. Is that what you mean, Lancetti? Anyways, going back to this other rant. So yeah, I want to basically make a new Steam account. I want to get Stardew on the new Steam account, and I want that Steam account to be always on Stardew on my laptop, being like the headless server or whatever people call it. So that way people can play whenever they want, and it's literally always there. I don't have to do anything to set it up. I don't have to switch between computers. And then on this computer, my main computer, still like be playing as my character, but as a guest on the farm. And apparently there is a way to transfer over save files such that a different person is the host of the farm as opposed to the person who originally was hosting. But you kind of have to get into like the file code and stuff. So it is a little like things could go wrong. But I think as long as I save a backup of our normal save, it should be okay. But I just kind of wanted to make you guys aware that I might be messing with things eventually. And hopefully it will be fine. Weren't I going to do a panel in the About page? I did do a panel in the About page. Is it not there? Pretty sure it was there when I made it. Let me see. But thanks for checking and for the reminder. I see it on my end in the About section. I don't know. That's really strange if it's not showing up for you. Are you on mobile, Lensetti? Maybe it's like being weird on mobile or something. Just save a backup and updates your mod /Smappy. Yeah, I'm gonna update them on my main computer, but not on my laptop. I literally can't update Smappy on my laptop. Otherwise, the mod that I would use to host the game wouldn't work anymore. So, and I did find a fully instructional thing on Reddit for how to do this. So it seems that there are step-by-step thing, like instructions that I can follow, which is good. But it is still a little bit nerve-wracking. Gotta update the mod. If Smappy updates, it won't run the mod anymore. That's the problem. So I can update the mod, but I can't update Smappy, and I don't know how to only update the mod without updating Smappy. I guess I could re-download the mod, would be about the only thing. But if I try to update it through Smappy, Smappy will try and also update itself, which I don't want. So I don't know if the person, I already came in here today, didn't I? I don't know if the person who made the mod has updated it. Like, I haven't checked it in a minute, but that was like the last status about it that I saw. So yeah. Your mobile is harder to clear the cache on to force some updates. Oh dang, it's been like that for like at least a week, I feel. Sounds like the way to have the farm always run isn't too hard. No, there's just some steps to it. Like, it's doable. It's definitely doable. I feel like the most annoying part, honestly, is that I would have to buy Stardew again on my new Steam account. Why don't I want to update Smappy? Because I have a mod, not on this computer where I play, but on my laptop where I host the game sometimes, that lets me host the game without me actually playing. Like, I can have the game up and running and my character just goes on autopilot, so that way I can be like doing whatever else or like out of the house and people could still play on the farm. But I used to have that on both this computer and on my laptop, but then I updated Smappy on this computer and it stopped working. That mod stopped working. So Smappy somehow updated itself so it doesn't work with that mod anymore. And I don't want to mess that up for my other laptop that is still able to host it like without me playing. We've done it many, many times since the Smappy update that I refused to do on the laptop, and it's still fine with the older version of Smappy, so I'm just not touching it. The mod stopped working because both have to be updated. Yeah, but whoever makes the mod has to update it, and if they didn't update it, then it only works with the older version of Smappy, so therefore I'm not going to update Smappy. I feel like it makes total sense. Arya, hello, welcome in. How are you doing? It's good to see you. We're doing some Stardew today, so if that means Anna trivia, so be it. You missed our little presentation earlier. I did a presentation about Karata. It was great. It was practice for this weekend where I'm giving a presentation to my friends about Karata. So if you don't know about it, I might see if I can do one more practice in the Discord, because this one was just like my very, very first attempt talking out loud through the slides. So it was definitely longer than it was supposed to be. It's supposed to be maximum 10 minutes. So I am considering doing a practice in the Discord to see if I can keep it at the 10-minute time. You're sleepy and had a fun night out. Oh, awesome. What did you do tonight, Arya? Did you go out with some friends somewhere? Don't let Steam update Stardew either then if you're running an older Smappy. I think that Steam has updated Stardew and it's been fine so far. But I guess maybe I should stop because it's been fine so far, but that does not mean it's always going to be fine, right? Okay. So that is something to note. I'm assuming that you could probably turn off auto updates for specific games in Steam. Like, I hope I wouldn't have to turn off auto updates for everything. Although I don't really do anything with my laptop except host Stardew on it now. So it wouldn't be that big of a deal if I did stop all auto updates on Steam. Anna trivia. Can do. All right. Hit me with whatever you got. It's been shorter time in between, so hopefully I'll do a little bit better. Okay, I feel like I spent most of this Stardew day literally just wandering around and not doing anything. Oh, well. Ooh, what is that? I don't recognize that. Snow yam juice. Whoa. That's cool. Oh, it was happy hour with a coworker. Nice. He had some good chats, drinks, and a sugar cookie. Aw, special little treat. That sounds really fun. You turn it off under the management cog on the game. Okay. I'm going to add that to my stream notebook as well. Oh, I had this note in my book about plant tons of fiber in winter. Okay, we're in the fall. Never mind. I thought this might have said fall. Plant tons of fiber in the winter. And I know we have a sign out on the farm as well that is telling us to do that. Right? It's over here somewhere. Don't take my laptop for work. That's my like old personal laptop from college. It is many years old now. So its battery doesn't really work anymore. Like if you unplug it for more than 30 seconds to maybe a minute, if you're lucky, it will die. Left a gift somewhere for you. So yeah, I don't really use it for anything. Sometimes I've brought it with me on travel. Like in my last couple trips, I brought it with me in case I was able to stream while I was gone. But then I wasn't able to stream, and it was super sucky having to carry around both my personal laptop and my work laptop when I didn't end up using my personal laptop at all. So now I'm kind of like less inclined to do that. But I've also done phone streams in the past, so I'm like, why don't I just look into that again for whenever I'm traveling, because that's easier to carry around than a whole stinking laptop. You got it sorted. Okay, good. We've got the numbers, everybody. Hold on, I need to write down this not plant fiber in winter. We already have that written down literally inside the game. I need to write down what's it called? It's in the cog. Stop auto updates for Stardew. That's what I need to write down. Stop auto updates for Stardew. I mean, there shouldn't really be any more updates on Stardew anyway, because supposedly Haunted Chocolatier is the one being focused on now, so. All right, Kate, there are 7 stages that you need to finish 7 episodes in. So 7 times 7 is 49, then add the one from the airport at the start, and that's 50. But there is an 8th stage to play. Right, so what's going on with that 8th stage? Is it required? Because I feel like telling me that you need 50 stars to unlock the last level is not, 50 shine sprites is not 50 shine sprites to finish the game. It's 50 shine sprites to unlock the last level. So can I just totally ignore the 8th stage? Am I getting the credits at that point? Okie dokie. All right, some Anna trivia. We'll get started with an easy one. Who is the strongest? Apothecariana. I don't even... No, wait. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Or is it Apotheosis? Shoot. No, wait. I was so confident with this last time. This apple jelly is still going. I knew this one. I think it's Apotheosis. Okay, all right. Don't say anything yet. I need a second. Yeah, it's Apotheosis. D. That's what we're doing. Not apothecary. The words are too similar, and I got bamboozled, but I'm good. 8th stage is bonus, says Aria. Kate says you unlock the 8th stage after the other 7. It is required, but it's just 1 episode. Okay, so is it technically 51 shines that you need? Or maybe you don't get a shine in this last episode or something, and that's why everybody just says 50. The 8th stage is required, but it's basically you going to save Peach. Oh, okay. Stage, not shine. Queen of Sauce. I have to go in somebody else's house to watch the TV because my house is too cluttered. Whoever lives here as well did not complete breakfast. I learned how to cook a complete breakfast. They didn't update their sign. It just says Blank's house. But somebody definitely has to live there because in order for Lady KB to join the farm, we had to make a new house for her. So that's this one. I know that's Lady KB's. North's house. So who's this? I think Killy might have been in the trailer down here. I think he was upset about that. Yeah, Killy's house, Cola's house, and just damaged house. So, well, but somebody must be in there. Somebody must have claimed this. Yeah, the wallpaper's been changed. Interesting. Interesting. Apotheosis Anna is the strongest. Yay! 8th stage is the final boss. Got it. So there are no shines to collect. I see. So if I were going to explain this to somebody, I would have said 50 sprites plus a final boss to finish the game. That's what I probably would have, because I feel like the 50 sprites is misleading to make me think that I would be done at that time, but I'm not. So, but all right, we got it sorted out. That makes sense now. Also, chat, we'll never forgive you for making me do the math. I appreciate you, Kate. Thank you so much. Alrighty. Oop. Ely's off somewhere. Let me see if there's anything I can do since we're working towards full. Lots of fishing. I think this might be individual. I guess I could do that today. So that's done. That's exciting. Ooh. Oh, I think I tried to go into our mineral box to see if I could figure out what these were, and I did not do a good job at it. So let me see if I can do that again. You think that was the frat house? Engine decorated. Okay, so it was probably 13's house. That's what it was. Oh, that's this. Whoa, I don't think I realized that we had one of these here. That is cool. I should have realized, though. Okay, so we're going to go into the gem box and see... Actually, I think one of these, maybe Tiger's Eye. I think this one. I think that could be this. Okay, so there's a pointy one. This one's kind of shaped like a teardrop, slanted, and a snowflake. What we getting claps for? Hello. I opened a chest. I did it. No, I'm assuming somebody said something in chat. This is interesting. Got your Harvey 10 heart cutscene with so many trees. Aw. Do you and Harvey go out into the forest? The claps must have been for Lady KB. Congratulations. 10 heart cutscene. You did that quite quickly. My goodness. Blade. You were wrong. What? Do you remember Bianco Hills and how the second episode you need to reach the windmill and beat PD Piranha? Yes. You can do that in episode 1. It's a little more challenging since the road is gone, but very doable. If you do that, you skip the episode 1 sprite. So the bare minimum number of shrines is 1 from the... Oh, okay, you were wrong about if you're doing glitches or whatever. Or I guess I don't know if that's technically a glitch, but at least not how it was intended to be played, we'll say. So if you do that, you skip the episode 1 sprites. The bare minimum number of shines is 1 from the airstrip, 6 from Bianco Hills, 2 from one of the other stages, and 7 from the other 5. So that's 1 plus 6 plus 2 plus 7 times 5 is 44. Is that correct? 7 times 5 is 35, plus 2, 37, plus 6, 38. Oh no, plus 6 is not 38. I literally went from 37 to 38 by adding 6. Good job, me. So 43 plus 1 is 44. Okay, correct math. 44 sprites to unlock the final level. Yeah, but I'm gonna require the full 50. That is how I'm gonna do it. All right. I don't know if I see any of the shapes that I just looked for in there. Teardrop that was slanted on an axis, so like it wouldn't be this. We had a pointy one that was kind of like triangle shaped. Not seeing anything that looked like it, and a snowflake looking one, and like this and this are the closest to the snowflake looking one, but there's definitely not the snowflake looking one. Maybe this could have been it. Let me go back. This one. Void Essence isn't here, and there's that purple one. So, oh no, I've already done the Tiger's Eye. Dang it. Oh, I think I've seen this one before in other playthroughs, and I know what it is. I don't see the solar or whatever thing either, so I feel like it doesn't count as a mineral. I don't think this is correct. Oop. And obviously the Tiger's Eye is not correct either because I've already done it. And the topaz was on there too. Point still stands. I'm nearly halfway there, so you may as well just push for it. All right. We'll see how the next couple streams go next week because
Problem is that I'm also slowing down with my pace. I got 6 sprites in the first stream, and then I think I've gotten like 3 to 4 every stream after that. So it's been kind of slow going. So if it continues to be the slow going, that's going to be rough. Arya, here's another one. Hopefully it's not too bad. Apotheosis Anna wields 2 weapons. What are her weapons of choice? Spear and Brave Spear. No. Javelin and Brave Lance. Brave Lance and Anna's Lance. Brave Lance and Spear. I think it is D again. I think it's the Brave Lance and the Spear. The Brave Lance, I'm 100% sure about. The Spear, I'm like 95% sure about. So I'm feeling really good about answer D, Arya. What Lady KB said. Oh, the claps were for her. Yeah. Shadow Mario is always shine number 7. No. So shouldn't it be 50? It is 50. 50. Yeah. We're counting 50. So Blade was counting like if you're able to do skips in the game. He kissed you. Aw, Lady KB. Are there wedding bells in the future? Sounding like it. Yeah, Blade's math counts skips. The math that Kate did earlier did not count skips, so it was 50. Yes. We're throwing a lot of numbers around here, so it has gotten quite confusing, but I think we've finally come to the correct conclusion. I guess it just counts if you have the sprites. Yes, the game itself. And apparently there are some sprites that you don't need, like all of the ones that are in the plaza area, they're not required, which is really lame. It is 50, but Blade is talking about speedrun nonsense. It's not nonsense, it's just not relevant to my playthrough necessarily, but it's still interesting information. What can I say? Harvey loves his pickles, coffee, and wine. The perfect meal. Pickles, coffee, and wine. You don't have the mermaid. Oh, you do have the mermaid pendant. Oh. Do I need to be putting on some nice clothes soon? Let me know. Just make sure you give us a heads up so we can look extra cute in our screenshot that we're going to get of your wedding. Maybe this purple one is the one that is that roundish thing in here. This? It could be this. Yeah, I think it was that. Okay, I'm gonna sell that. Found one out of the bin. Yay. Let's see. Were we accounting for melon skip? In Blade's thing? I have no idea. Oh, speaking of melon skip, I don't know what that means still, but it reminded me that in the secret level that we did last time, there was a super weird looking cube that was like, it was dark and little white wispies in it, and it was right next to a melon-shaped cube. No, the opposite. Cube-shaped melon. Like, one was on top of the other. What the heck was that about? Do you guys remember what I'm talking about? Also, Lady KB, didn't know if you wanted me to do the wedding or not. Yeah, you totally should if you want to. Ely and Jin got married in game. You should be able to have a little wedding too. No reason not to. And Blade says yes. Okay, he was accounting for the melon skip. Whatever that means. D is correct. Yay! Does he have pickles, coffee, and wine all the time? At least twice a week when Lady KB gifts it to him. Like if you blended it. Would that be his favorite thing ever? Oh, Lord. Next up, Anna's a world traveler. Where hasn't Anna been? Valentia. C. Final answer. The weird wispy one was the water. There are water cubes. They don't get used often. But it was like black. Why would they represent water to look like that? It looked as if it could have been a portal to an evil realm or something. It was not normal. It did not look like water. Square melon is for a secret shine. There's a secret shine inside the secret levels. I guess if there was going to be a secret shine anywhere, that would make the most sense. But we already found a secret. You can't have a secret in a secret. They have water cubes in those stages. What does a water cube do? The square melon blocks can be ground pounded to be destroyed, which wouldn't have been useful there. Gotta have your wedding on stream. Yeah, exactly. 3 for 3. I'm on it today. Heck yeah. It wasn't black. The shadow of the watermelon was on it. Oh, that could have been. You go into the water cube and you swim. That sounds like Echoes of Wisdom. You can get a water cube in that game, and you can just put them all over the place and swim wherever you want. You don't know why they exist. Okay, cool. So my confusion seems to have been warranted because they don't make any sense. Melon's like related to Yoshi's? What? I thought melon's like maybe the square melon cubes that we saw, or maybe you're talking about Yoshi eating the melons. That could be. Here's one we've tripped on a few times. Apotheosis has many skills. Can you name 2? Oh, it's been a while and I'm not getting the multiple choice. One of these I used to know really well. Oh gosh, and now I'm not thinking. Oh gosh. We might trip on it again. Last time I think I did have multiple choice, and there was one that was like, it was God something was the answer, and I think that was like close to what the actual one was. Vantage Plus. Okay, that's the one that I used to remember really well. Vantage Plus. Can I think of even one more? Hear a robotic voice on the other end. Congratulations, you have a 10,000 gold Joja rebate waiting for you. Please mail your credit card number to 133 North Gunja Street, Zuzu City to receive your rebate. Yeah, no thanks. Vantage Plus and oh, it's like I think it is God something. Dang it! Why does it have to be 2? Why can't it be 1? Okay, what if you give me Vantage Plus and then do multiple choice for the second one? How do we feel about this, Arya? Let's see. Kate, you sure there's some extra hard secret stage that uses it? The water block? Some extra hard secret stage. Wait, so that means that you haven't done all the stages. If you're saying that there's an extra hard secret stage that you maybe don't know about. Crazy. Probably one of the red coin missions. Red coin is what Arya was thinking of too. Okay, sounds like that might be the case then, I guess. So are the red coin ones generally the hardest, I guess? Water cube. Hey, Paper King, you made it! How did the volleyball match go? Tell us. Did you have a good time? And welcome back. Oop, and we're not eating the egg. Not raw, at least. Oh, I gotta check on the apple jelly. I forgot about that. Okay, every secret stage, if you go back into it, has a red button to hit. And you need to collect 8 red coins. Yeah, I'm never doing that. Absolutely not. I do not care. Once I finish a secret stage, I never, ever want to see that again. Nope. Absolutely not. You're guessing for the Yoshi one, they hide a red coin in the water cube and maybe in the watermelon cube? Maybe you just have to break the watermelon cube to get into the water cube or something like that. Lanceti and Yoshi's story, getting all melons is the top scoring fruit. So it could be related to Yoshi's. Maybe. I mean, I think one of the fruits that Yoshi eats in this game is a melon. Somebody already took out the apple jelly. Did we give it to raccoons? Are they fed full of apple jelly? Let's see. I feel like I missed something, but maybe I didn't. Blah, blah. Okay, I think I did get all the chats, but if I did miss one, no worries. Feel free to send it again. Why would you ever do all the stages? Most shines you've gotten was 72. How many are there if you do 100%? Including the P stage. Yeah, Bugs was referencing it again. He was like, did Aurora get to the P stage last time? And I was like, I don't know. Because nobody said anything if I did get there, but somebody else was able to confirm with Bugs that I did not get there. So I still don't know what the P stage is, and kind of nervous that it's got like this whole nickname and y'all are talking about it ahead of time and stuff. Like, how bad does that mean it is if it's like so infamous that people are waiting for me to get there? Apple jelly has been delivered! Yay! Thank you, Lady KB. I appreciate it. I hope the raccoons are nice and happy. All right, that is all harvested, ready to go. Oh, yay, Arya gave me the multiple choice for the second one. Dragon Fang counter, Zypher D, rightful king. That was it. It was rightful god. But the correct answer was rightful king. So I'm gonna go with D as my final answer. Maybe I get a half point since I needed the multiple choice or something. Or if we treat this like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Oh, no. I was going to say one of the lifelines is to get multiple choice. That's not true. They're always multiple choice. And one of the lifelines is to get rid of half the answers. Well, still, you can do with that what you will, Aria, whether I deserve full points or not. Lancety, your little Pikachu dice bag that you made was accepted as a prize for the Summer Games Done Quick. Aw, that's super awesome. I feel like Summer Games Done Quick, when I started reading it, I assumed it was going to be a local thing, but now it sounds like maybe, is this an internet thing that we could all possibly know about and see your bag there as one of the prizes? Because that would be super cool. You just mailed it off this morning. Oh, amazing. Hey, Light. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing? Skyrim lover, welcome, welcome. I hope you all had a good time in Light's stream together. Let us know what you were playing. Did we get Light a shouty out? We did. Peak. Just Peak. Huh. I've never heard of this game before. If you have a minute, you'll have to tell us about it. But otherwise, if you don't, no worries. As always, if anybody needs to head out right now after the raid, no worries at all. We always want to make sure that everybody's taking care of themselves. So if there's anything at all that you need to do, if you just need a break or whatever, it's all good. Please do take care and do whatever it is you gotta do. But otherwise, if you're sticking around, we're playing Stardew Valley for a little bit longer today. Maybe about one more hour here or so. Bye. Yeah. Cola, are you heading out for the night? It was good having you here today. Thank you for the feedback on my presentation. I appreciate it. I do hope you have a great rest of your evening. All right, I've got some coffee beans to deliver to Ely's door. Let's see. Cola, just a heads up. It's been 2 hours, 10 minutes. Not sure when I said I needed to leave. Yeah, I think right around the 3-hour mark is good. Thank you for reminding me, Cola. It was nice chatting. You'll probably join the farm the next time. Amazing. That sounds good. Yeah, we'll see you then. But yeah, Cola was giving me the reminder because I do have to pick my brother up from the airport this evening, so I need to make sure I end stream like basically right on time. So about 1 more hour should be good. All right, looking for Ely's house. It was an extremely goofy time. Oh, good. Climbing game with ultimate goof. Have you heard of Getting Over It? Isn't that like the really memey climbing game? So I'm curious if Peak is similar to that. Yeah, I don't know really anything about it, but I'm sure if Light was playing it, then it was an extremely goofy time. Have I finished Serena Beach? That must be the new place that we got to. Yes. Yeah, that was the one with the manta ray, wasn't it? I'm nowhere near finishing Serena Beach. I did 1 level there. That was the one that I couldn't remember the name of earlier, so thank you, Blade. Finally got that sorted. All right, let me scroll back up here. All right. Oh yeah, we heard about Lancetti's little Pikachu bag that got accepted, so we'll have to hear more about that. Tiger Trout Frenzy. I guess I can check that out. Paper King, you did great! Yay! You got 3 aces in a row on the team that won last year. Let's go. You got them to 18 points 1 game. But you're sore, beat up, and exhausted. Oh no. I mean, yeah, that can happen when you play some sports ball, right? But I'm glad you had a good time and you did so well. That's awesome. Take your time to rest. Make sure that you're fully recovered before you get back out there and everything. But yeah, sounds like you had a good time. Ooh, somebody over there getting golden walnuts. 120 shines total? And there were some people at one point that were asking me to 100% this game, bro. I don't know where to find these fish. Hey, Lady KB. There was a feeding frenzy or fish frenzy or whatever it's called that started somewhere, but it just said in the forest. Like, it's kind of big, right? Let's see. You landed on your stomach super hard for a ball that dropped up front. Oh, and likely got a bruise on your stomach. Oh, God. That would be quite painful. You're super dedicated, though. I bet your team is so happy to have you, Paper King. 120? Nope. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Lancetti. Like, oh, was it in Cindersap Forest? That would be over here. I don't know. Does this forest have a name? This is Secret Woods. Is this Cindersap? Arnie's Ranch. I guess the areas don't have names on the map. Tent. It just has names of like the different houses and stuff, but it doesn't say the names of the areas. And you get a worthless reward for getting 100%. You didn't see it in the cinder sap. Dang, where the heck are these fishies? I guess I'll just go in there because why not? That's so weird. I wonder, is it possible for the frenzy to show up only for one player? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's an announcement that goes to everybody. Let's see. It's not too bad. Blue coins are a bit much to track. Oh, true. Yeah, you'd have to figure out which ones you got and which levels if you were missing any. And then if you weren't sure, you would have to check them all again. So you would have to know ahead of time, okay, I'm going for 100%. And yeah, write down all the blue coins that you've gotten. Ugh, that would not make it more fun. It definitely would make the experience a lot harder. The P stage is optional. Okay. Then I probably won't be doing it. Sorry if Bugs or other folks really wanted to see it, but you all already know. I just want to get through the game. That's going to be a hard enough goal for me. He said yes! We're gonna have a wedding. Okay. How many days do we have before the wedding? Is it 3? Maybe I'll just put on my nice clothes now so I'm not caught off guard, because it could happen that I accidentally forget and then I'm just here. I mean, my outfit is cute, but it's just not wedding appropriate. And I don't want to forget, so we gotta find a cute little outfit to wear. This is gonna be so cool. Paper King, the scores were 16-12, 18-21, and 15-21, so you didn't win, but it was respectable. Yeah, you guys put up a good fight every single time. That's awesome. It's going to be on the 7th. Okay, let's make that the goal. We'll get to the 7th today. I think we should have enough time to do that. But each day is about 20 minutes, so we should get right around that time before the end of stream, so that'll work out perfectly. It is not D. I even got it right. Rightful God is correct. Rightful King is another skill. No! Dang it! So God something was the correct answer. I did have it in my mind, though, that God was the wrong answer. Really? Okay, so I don't even know what the right answer was there in the ones then. Hold on. Can I find it again easily? Fodlin, No, that was areas. Where did it go? Dragonfang, Counter, Zypher, and Rightful King. Dang! You got me good with that. Maybe just Counter then, something. I know that one of the skills is just something that sounds kind of boring, no offense, but that like would exist in another game or something like that. So that's probably... Okay, I think this is what is going to be prettiest. Simple dress in a pretty color. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. It's a formal event after all. We need a floor length skirt, but what shirt to wear with it? It has to match. This is too dark. Is it bedtime? 11. Okay. Oh, hi! Ely's here! Hello! I thought Ely was reminding me of Eeps, but... Hi? Thank you! Mr. Q's hat. We won't be wearing this to the wedding, but check it out. It's like a little witch hat, but the point is not so pointy. The correct answer is B, Counter. Dang it, I told you. I just said it. It was something boring that exists in other games. Okay, I'm going to try and remember that because it's magic. There's counter spells in magic, and Anna can also do counter spells. Have I been to the pirate cave? I don't think so. I don't think I knew there was a pirate cave. Huh, maybe we should go check it out. And Steady, Games Done Quick holds 2 large charity events for things like Prevent Cancer Foundation and Doctors Without Borders. I feel like I have heard of this before and I'm just not remembering. Like maybe Blade mentioned it once or something. Let's see. Summer Games Done Quick is the 2nd week in July. Oh, so pretty soon. Hosts speedrun silliness. The winter event showcased people speedrunning with like a drum set as a controller and other zany stuff. Oh, wow. Oh, wait. I hope we get to see your little Pikachu bag. I want to know what it looked like. Or maybe you have some pictures of it that you can share with us at least. They're on Twitch as Games Done Quick. Yes. Okay. I think I have heard of this. And hold almost daily small shows that you can watch. Your favorite is Think Fast, where people do a speedrun race while needing to answer trivia at the same time. Oh my god, that would be so hard. because I already can't speed run. If my brain is thinking of something else, y'all know that things are just gonna go downhill quick. Blade, once you finish it, you have a video that shows off a way to cheese the manta ray storm. Wait, why can't I watch that now? Oh, it's payday. I like the sound of that. If I've already done the manta ray level, why do I have to finish all the levels before you show me? This implies that Aurora likes platforming. Yeah, no. I will complain every moment that I have to be platforming. It's 2v2 volleyball. Oh, so you only have one teammate. Oh, dang. I've been picturing 6v6 this entire time. Okay, okay. It makes you cover a lot of ground. Yeah, that 2v2 is way harder, in my opinion, than 1v1 volleyball. Or sorry, 6v6. See, I can't concentrate on two things at once. Gaming and talking? Not me. I couldn't. But yeah, 2v2 is just much harder because, like you said, you have to cover way more ground. Man, no wonder you're diving all over the place all the time. This makes sense now. Blade, here's the thing. Some blue coins move and or they're only available in certain episodes. Blah. I don't like that. I tried to get one of the blue coins where you like wash something away on the wall and then once like it shows you where the coin appears and it's like another location in the area, and I tried once to go find where that location was and the coin was not there. So either I got confused, which I don't think so, or it's like on a timer or something, and I don't like that. Ooh, this could potentially be cute. Toga shirt. Ooh, or that kind of goes. It's not quite the right shade at the top, but maybe like it'll have an ombre effect. I don't know. Oh, this will totally work if I have to. I feel like the belt makes it seem a little prairie-like rather than formal wedding event, but we could make it work for that. And I'm assuming that is all we're gonna find outfit-wise. Rusty shirt. Does this look okay? Oh, I'll have to come see. Hold on. I'm still in my chest. Also, I have lots of stuff in the chest if you do want to take a peek at anything. I had a white skirt. No, you can't wear white to a wedding. Let me make sure if she doesn't have this. We have to give this to her. Where is it? Wait, where is it? Or maybe she did grab it. The thing that I'm looking for is not here. Okay, so if she doesn't have it. Oh, okay, hold on. Wait right there. You need one more thing. And hopefully we have the materials to do it. Oh my gosh. Is it in here? No, I think it might be in this one. Yes. Lady KB, I got you. Don't you worry, my friend. This is very, very important. Excuse. Pets are in the way. Put that there. Put this here. I don't know where mine went. I had it in my chest at one point. All right. That's for you. Put it on. Yes! Oh my god. You look so cute. I'm ready. I'm super ready. Yay! That's like one of the only things that I know how to make in this game. I haven't memorized. Otherwise, all the clothing stuff. No clue what makes what, but that is one that I knew. Nice! Yes, you are totally ready to go. I would come out of here and show you my outfit. Okay, so I have a couple options. There's this. I kind of like that. Or there's this, which matches better. And honestly, with the pink bow, it still looks pretty cute. And then this, kind of weird. No, I don't think that's the vibes we're going for. It's between these two. I think this one, the more matchy one. This is what I'm gonna wear to your wedding. I'm just gonna leave it on. I promise it won't get dirty while I do farm chores. I just don't want to accidentally show up in street clothes, so we're putting it on early. All right, let me get back to chat. I'm sure I've gotten a bit behind here. Yeah, the present is the Mr. Key hat, wasn't it? Thank you so much, Ely. All of Apotheosis Anna's skills are Aether was the one that I was trying to think of that I thought was kind of boring and that appeared in other games. That's what it was. Okay. Aether, Counter, Rightful God, Dragon Skin, and of course Vantage Plus. Dang it. Okay, Aether Encounter. Aether Encounter. I can remember those. And now Rightful God should also stick in my brain, given what just happened here today. But we shall see. It is still a lot of different things floating around that I am trying to remember. So, I know I can do it. I know I can do it. Someday, I'll answer all the questions correctly. Lynn said you do have pictures of the Pikachu bag. Yes! I can't wait to see. You're so excited to see people in person to promote it. Likely it'll be on during a Pokemon block. You'll be sure to find out. Yeah, and then you can share it with us. They save all the VODs on YouTube later. Amazing. So even if we're not available right when it's happening, we'll be able to see it later and see your cute little bag. Do you think they'll show it on stream? Is that how it would work for prizes? I honestly don't know. Oop, void egg in the corner. Light. Here's an idea of how it went. Oh my goodness. Let me click on that. Because I want to see what the heck this game looks like. Oh. Oh, Lord. It looks almost like a VR game or something, honestly, with the perspective of it. Hey, Light. Aww. Thank you for the
Aku,
sub.
my bad I sneezed on you all. Now you're all cutie pies.
Oh my god, we've been infected with the cutie pie bug. Light, thanks for the sub. I really appreciate it. That's so sweet of you. We be saving up for that clock? Yeah, look at, we're at over 2 million now. We're doing so good with Ely leading the charge here. They are keeping us in check for everything. The best example that you can find real quick is part of a big breakdown of the whole level and its episodes to avoid giving you too much help. Ah, for the Serena Beach. You don't want to give me too much help. I would like too much help, please. I will take it all. Thank you. I get no spoilers, though. You should have phrased it that way, because now I'm outraged that you don't want to give me more help instead of just, oh, I wouldn't want to spoil it for you. Dang it, Blade. I feel like people have been less and less willing to help me with games as my streaming has continued, because at the beginning people like jumped in immediately when I had a question. Games long ago, you know, in the stream history now, but these days I'll have to ask a question like 5 times before somebody will be like, you try and figure it out on your own, and I'm like, no, I have backseating tags on, please just tell me. Like, it was supposed to be a simple game about climbing, but every time you turned around, all you saw was your friends falling off a cliff with goofy ragdolling. Yes. Oh my goodness. And just like the dopey little hands floating and stuff. I'm assuming the ghost is like a helpful thing. I didn't turn on sound to watch this. I'll have to check out fully the clip with sound and everything after stream, but it looks super derpy. Let's see, Aria, some blue coins are timed. You get infinite tries, but gotta go fast. See, I didn't realize that. The first couple times I did it, like sprayed one of the things that made a blue coin appear, I was like, oh, I don't know where that is. Or if I did know where it was, I didn't really try and go get it. And so I didn't realize that it was timed. And so the first time I actually tried to do it, it didn't go well. It was lame. Okay, what to do? If I look back at these, that's probably too much. Cooking is just not gonna happen. Maybe if I raided Ely's fridge. These are just things. How come some of them... Maybe these are ones that like people on the farm have gotten, so I can see what they are. And these are ones that nobody has gotten, so they're still just question marks. Oh, maybe some of the secret wood stuff. Or, sorry, secret note stuff. I haven't really done any of that. Wear pink. Oh, I didn't have any pink outfits for the wedding. Dang it. Lady KB, love that one. Are you talking about my little outfit or someday, some way? They'll show it on stream if they have it in person. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. The fact that your little thingy that you made with your own 2 hands, they're gonna be showing it off to everybody. It's not VR, but it looks like it could be VR, you know? It would be very freaky in VR, actually, to have it be a climbing game. Here's the thing. Any help for Serena Beach can be very spoilery until you're in the thick of it. I see. A page from Abigail's diary. Things I love. So this is not an activity that I have to do. That's just if I wanted to give her gifts. This is stuff for Leah. Stuff for Maru. Maybe all the top row is just stuff that... Oh, I don't have to click on these. I can just hover. Nope. Startup saloon orders. Nope. Okay, actually, let me finish catching up with chat instead of just reading these notes. I'm almost at the bottom. You help when you can. You do, Chibi. You definitely do. Just the people that seem to be most familiar with the game are a bit hesitant to jump in, if you ask me. Sometimes it can be hard to remember which episode is which. You try your best. I know you do. I think people in general do try their best, but there are some folks that like explicitly say, no, I want you to figure it out sometimes. Just give directions like go left. Oh god, that's the worst when people are trying to help but it ends up being messages like that and there's a stream delay and I'm in a completely different place and facing a different direction than when they sent their message, and I'm like, let me see if I can back calculate to when maybe you sent that and figure out, and then I always get it wrong and end up going off in the wrong direction. You're working on cooking? You don't have to worry about that. Okay, cool. So it's probably a shared thing, it sounds like. Thank you, Ely. Also, if the delay isn't awful, yeah, the delay can make it tough. I didn't have enough fancy pink, I don't think, Chibi. I'm sorry. Jenna's working on 100%ing fishing and friendship. Yo, okay. I can't remember which of this stuff is shared and which of this stuff isn't, so it's hard to know, like, what do I have to do versus what does everybody do together. You fix delay by watching on 360p and hitting play/pause to force it to load. Yep, I do the same thing. Or I'll switch between two different qualities, like switch between 360 and 480 or something, and that will force it to kind of reload as well. But it's kind of annoying that it does get behind. Soap for bad-mouthing chat. Oh my. But it does happen. Oh, Ely said it's all shared. Hold on. Where did it go? Right there. It's all shared. All right. Secret note. Someone's waiting for your level 100 skull cavern. So I did that one. Blade, that's why you try to give orientation directions first. Like, look at the statue from the front. Turn to the right. You should see this. Go there. Yeah, that is very helpful. Aw. Mrs. Von Jamestein. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're maybe playing some Stardew alongside of us. I don't know. But seems like a good, cozy activity to be doing at the moment. But yeah, welcome. Yeah, so I was saying, Blade, like, now I've learned that whenever I am chatting in somebody else's stream, I try and type back to them in complete sentences and have at least part of that sentence be in reference back to what they said. Like, not just referencing it back, but like parroting back a little bit of what they said, and then also the comment that I had, so that way it's like very clear what I mean, because yeah, it's just happened a lot where there have been messages where I'm like, wait, what? I forget what we were talking about at that point in the chat. And sometimes we're talking about multiple things at once, so I can't even get like the context from the other chats around it, because maybe those other chats were having to do with a different topic at that time, and then there's just one that I'm like, ooh, what was that again? It's so hard, so I try and do my best. Ooh, this is an easy one. Okay, so that's all the way up to the top, except for it's 11 p.m. now, so maybe we try these again tomorrow. Complete sentences with full context and punctuation matter for giving directions in chat. Yeah, especially for directions, like trying to help folks in game. I'm pretty hesitant with giving directions though, because I feel like most people don't really enjoy backseat gaming and they really want you to ask beforehand. But sometimes I'm even like not sure if I should ask or not, because if they've had a lot of people coming in and being like, hey, can I tell you what to do? Hey, can I tell you what to do? Then sometimes even just being asked that again can be a little annoying, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to be that person. So unless I see other folks helping, I guess that's usually the cue that I go off of. I don't usually help. Or if they had the backseating allowed tags, then I would know, or the no backseating tag, then I would know. But yeah, I was watching one of the folks that's on the stream team, I think Swordfish and Awesome, I'm pretty sure. Let me I can give him a shout out since I'm talking about his stream. Let me just find it really quickly to make sure I'm remembering the name correctly. But I was watching him play Portal the other day, and it was his first time ever playing Portal, and I was like, wow, that is impressive that like that's such a popular game, and you obviously play a lot of games and you haven't done it yet. Like, that's kind of, oh, okay, I guess that kind of worked. I messed that up. I copied the whole link instead of just the name, and so his channel showed up from me typing the link, but then the shout out kind of got butchered. Anyways, there it is twice over now. Whoopsie. But yeah, so he was playing it for the first time and nobody in chat was helping. I think it was like also the very first level because he was only like 20 minutes into the stream and he was saying that the first bit they had spent chatting, so he was only like 5 minutes into the game and I was like, oh dang, so this is like, I'm really watching him figure out how to play this game. And it was kind of funny because he would like shoot a portal at the wall, like just picture 2 walls 90 degrees, so it's a corner, right? He would put one portal on one side of the corner and one portal on the other side of the corner, and then he would walk through the portal and basically end up in the same place because the portals are just right next to each other on this corner, and then he would be like, the portal is just taking me to the same place over and over, and I'm like, yeah, because that's how you have your portal set up. Like, I don't think he understood that they were linked yet or something and just thought that they were going to take you somewhere when you went in, and maybe the orange one took you to a specific place and the blue one took you to a specific place. It was super interesting watching somebody who had no clue how the game worked figure out how to do it, and I was like, I want to say something so bad to help him out, but I just gotta let him try. And the first level, if you guys don't remember, a portal is literally just like you walk into a room and there's a door that you have to get to, but the door is like on an elevated part of the room and your jump isn't high enough to get up there. So you're supposed to just put a portal somewhere where you can easily walk into it, put a portal up on the elevated place, and you can just walk on to the elevated place, you know? But he just was having a hard time grasping the concept, I think. And so eventually the way that he ended up solving the puzzle was he did put a portal next to him and he walked through it, but the opposite portal he put on the ceiling above the raised platforms, that way he fell onto it. And I was like, I mean, that technically works. It is a solution. I know that he's gonna get there. He didn't realize that he could just walk straight onto the elevated platform though. Like usually in a game, you know, you either jump up onto a place or you could fall down onto a place. So I get like why he ended up doing that, but it was like kind of really cute to watch. Played it sometimes comes down more to getting the vibe of the stream in the moment, but we will say when the streamer asks for help, ask what kind of help they need. Oh, that's a good point, because the streamer might not realize like the different answers that they might get, and so asking for that clarification is a good idea. Landsteady, intuitively, you find your way around in games pretty easily. There are only 1 or 2 small things that you ask about, but usually super technical things. Got it. Yeah, you guys know me. I do not find my way around in games very easily at all. So I need a lot of help in that regard. The beloved farmer achievement. Let's go, Ely. Everybody must love you. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put stuff in here. Do we have one more day? Was it the 7th that was the wedding? I think it was the 7th. I think we got one more day. That is not how portals work. I know, it was super cute. Blade, sadly need to get going. You spent too much time chatting. No worries, Blade. Get those chores done. It was good to have you here. I hope you're enjoying your day off, and we'll see you around soon. Hi, welcome on in. How's it going? Are you having a good day so far? Are you playing some Stardew yourself here? Note to self, the Portal's link. Wait, have you never played Portal as well, Lady KB? If you haven't, you totally should. It was actually another fun thing about the stream was that like pretty much everybody in chat had played Portal, and the streamer was the only one who hadn't, and so he was just hearing all these good things that people had to say about Portal, and he was like, wow, this is so cool that I'm playing a game right now that I've not heard one bad thing about. And I was like, yeah, that is really neat about Portal. Like, I'm sure you could, like, if it came down to it, there's definitely stuff that you could critique, but mostly if people are talking about Portal, they're talking about how much they love it, and like that's just awesome. Light, Lurk heading to bed, gotta be up early. Of course, get some good sleep, Light. Appreciate you being here, and thank you for the lurk. And thanks for giving her another shout out, Chibi. Alright, so we got those going. Did we get any updates on wedding? Crab pots are full. Thank you, Ely. That's like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, and Echoes of Wisdom. Almost all have multiple ways to solve puzzles. Yeah, which I really do like about it. I feel like the further you get into Echoes of Wisdom, though, you have so many tools that the puzzles become a little bit trivial, but also the fact that kind of the same tools work over and over and over, no matter what the puzzle is, felt a little like that they could have gone further with it or done, I don't know, just done something slightly different to encourage you to branch out. But like, I feel like I used the same echoes throughout the entire game, and maybe at some point I got a slightly upgraded version of an echo that I was already using, and so I'd switch, but otherwise pretty much just the same echoes, and I was able to solve everything just fine. But I still had a lot of fun with it. Like, I wouldn't say that it was something that made me like actively feel like I was not enjoying the game, but it was something that like they could have maybe improved upon, kind of deal. Eli's extremely lovable. Yeah, now everybody in town knows it too. Let's go. You have the games. Okay, but have you played them? Having the games is different from playing them. We all have the Steam library that is embarrassing for people to look at because of how many games on there we just haven't touched. Is it one of those for you, Lady KB? Oh, all the truffles are hidden somewhere in the grass. Watch. Let me grab these two, but if I walk... Oh, there's a bunch. Actually, I found quite a few, so maybe it won't do the thing. But, like, all these arrows... Yeah, okay, there's still 2 more that I haven't found on the side of the screen, are implying that there's somewheres is here. But I gotta... They're just hidden in the grass. I think they only stick around for a week, so we gotta find them. I wish they stuck around all season, because it'd be really fun by the time you get to winter, when all the grass dies, to just find all the truffles hidden in the grass. It'd be like 20 of them. They got stored up throughout the summer. Or summer and fall, I guess. And spring. The year, shall we say. The year excluding winter. It's not coming! The grass under the wall will stay throughout the winter and grow the grass. Oh, this here. And also, isn't this purple grass special? Like, I thought it was supposed to be blue, but it's purple now in the fall. Oh, wait, did I find them both? I don't see the arrow. Oh no, it's still showing too! Oh no. And one up this way. Okay, that one seems to be out of here. But the 2 arrows are disappearing by the time I get here, which means that there are 2 somewhere still in the grass. Alright, we might have to let him go. Lance said, you have not played Portal. You've seen a co-op of it. It just doesn't look like your kind of game. The second one is co-op. The first one is not. And I had a fun time playing it co-op with Fran, but I still feel like the first one is the better game overall. Like, the second game kind of adds a lot to it, and I sort of felt like the first game being more concise with its mechanics just felt a little bit better to me. Versus the second one branching out maybe felt like a little bit too much, but also it got more platformy because of that. So maybe that's more to do with it than anything else. For me at least. But I don't know. I kind of would recommend that pretty much everybody play Portal. Or if you're not going to play it, like, at least watch somebody else play it, I guess, because it's just a really fun time. Like, the GLaDOS character that is in there, I don't know. I really, really enjoy her. And it's kind of hard to fully see her characterization without either playing it or watching somebody play throughout the entire thing, because there's not really cutscenes where you could hear her talk. It's just like little snippets of dialogue throughout the game. So, I don't know. I feel like it's definitely a good reward just to get to know GLaDOS more and more throughout the game. Chibi, you've never played Portal... Sorry, never have played Portal 1, but you have played Portal 2. Okay. I wanted to read that the opposite for some reason. That's my deal. Always trying to do the opposite of what the message says. Okay. Yeah, you should definitely go back and play Portal 1 if you enjoyed Portal 2, for sure. Use the hedgehog as your main attacker because it's like violent pinball. So fun. Huh? Oh, back to Echoes of Wisdom. I was like, what does this have to do with Portal, and how are you saying this at all if you said you haven't played Portal? I don't understand. Oh, I was gonna do that secret note, wasn't I? And then it was too late the day before. Hedgehog. Okay, I don't think I used that one too much. Once I got, it was like the water version of the Lizalfos. That one was really strong, and once I got that, I kind of just spammed it all the time whenever I had any kind of fight. And then I also got the Lionel, and some fights I used that guy as well, but his attacks were a lot slower even though they were stronger. So kind of it was between those two for fighting. But I also put all the items on as much as possible to extend my stamina as much as I could. So I went into fighting Zelda mode / Link mode, whatever, as much as I could as well. Not yet. It's on the to-do list. Oh, you definitely gotta play them sometime. And yes, your note of the portals connecting is correct. Portal and Cube are both great. Cube. I don't know that I know Cube. Must be somewhat similar. I don't think it's made by the same people, is it? I feel like I would have heard of it if it was, because Portal's like Valve. And I feel like all of their games are very well known. Oh no! The trees are making it so I can't see the treasure spot that's on the... Uh-oh. Well, we planted these in order to get wood, right? So if I let myself get through here, I don't even know what's blocking my path. I can't see it. I tried chopping. It's not making a sound. Pickaxing? No. Scything? No. What the heck is blocking my way? That is so weird. Should I cut down the trees and find out? I think I'm gonna cut down the trees and find out. I'm sorry. Wait, was Lady KB saying to bomb the trees? No. Oh my goodness. Work on dental hygiene. Things take precedence over video games. That makes sense. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Work takes precedence for me too. Ooh. All right. What is this? Can I walk here now? Was it actually just a tree that I was running into? Maybe it was just a tree, and the reason nothing was happening was because I was still chopping it. But it wasn't making this sound, was it? Do trees get weaker the longer that they're up, or is my axe just really strong? Because these are coming down in like 3 chops, which is kind of crazy. Alright, I'm just trying to clear where the secret note is telling me to look. I think it's somewhere here. It's the axe? Dang, it's strong. The lizards, yeah, you have keep jumping backwards, then taking forever to attack. Sometimes the water one would do that and it would get kind of annoying, but that's why I also just fought a lot with Zelda herself, because that was definitely the strongest way to go, as far as I could tell. Alright, so we've cleared our little corner here. Let me check this note again. That was here. Here's one of the ones. This? No, where did it go? There. Okay, just to the right of the rock. Woohoo! Treasure! We did it! 1 secret note down. I should probably plant these back, eh? So it looks like 1 in between. And then just do it. Oh gosh, that was a ton of wood that I left over there. Okay, and there was 1 here. Man, I'm pretty sure Cola planted all of this. It must have taken so long to do it the first time around. Oh, alright, that's all I had. Close enough. Pretty good. Not bad. Cube gameplay is similar to Portal, in your opinion. Okay, question for those who have played Portal. I tried to ask Swordfish and Awesome this yesterday when I was watching him play. He said no, so I'm curious to see what you guys have to say. Because again, he was only a little teeny ways in. Does Portal count as a first-person shooter? Because it is first person, and you play with an item that's called the Portal Gun. So therefore, you are shooting portals. So does it count as a first-person shooter? His answer for no was that it's because it wasn't PvP. But I don't think a first-person shooter has to be PvP. I feel like, I don't know, there's got to be some kind of story mode in Call of Duty or something like that where you're not playing against people. And that's still FPS. Or actually, I don't know if Call of Duty is third person. I don't really play that game. I'm assuming it's FPS. But I personally count Portal as a shooter. And it is something that I would use as a loophole where if somebody was ever like, oh, what's your favorite FPS? I would say Portal. It's a shooter because the controls are FPS and has the dot in the center, the reticle, center of the screen, and 9 out of 10 will make you sick. Oh, is that why you haven't played Portal, Ansetti? Look at it!
When Lady KB first arrived in Pelican Town, no one knew if she'd fit in with our community. But from this day forward, Lady KB is going to be as much a part of this town as any of us. It is my great honor on this day 7 of fall to unite Lady KB and Harvey in the bonds of marriage.
Look at
Well, let's get right to it. Harvey, you may kiss.
Oh, okay, you really got right to it. Aww. Aww. Look at him. I should have tried to get a screenshot right when they were kissing. No! Oh, I didn't take a screenshot. I'll have to go back in the VOD and get it later. Maybe Ely got one. Life is gonna be different from now on, but the future looks bright. Aww. You didn't get it. Oh no, Ely's our only hope. We have the VOD, but it will have the stream avatars and my face on it. You are blushing too much. Oh my god, that's so adorable. Ely, did you get it? Get the freaking shot. I feel like Ely probably got it. I don't know. Oh, you did not. Dang it. That's okay. No apologies. I tried to do the, what is it? Windows button, Shift and S. Is that what pulls up the screenshot dealy? But I didn't time it right and it only just brought up the Windows menu and I was like, dang it. It's okay. It's commemorated on stream forever. We'll put it in a little clip. Somebody clip it. Somebody do it for us right now. Lady KV's cute little wedding. So happy for you. That means Harvey's gonna be around, eh? I should see if the inside of her house looks any different. Lancetti is also why you don't play Phasmo. Its controls are very first-person pointery. I also had issues playing Phasmo. It's one of the only games that has ever made me feel motion sickness, but it was when I was playing it in VR. All of their settings were really, really bad for VR. I know I've talked about this before on stream. But yeah, whatever their default was literally the worst things that they could have chosen for making a player feel nauseous in VR. It was great. So after changing those, things got better, but it was just kind of already too late. Like, you know, once you're not feeling well, that like if you keep doing the activity, that it just doesn't, like, I don't know, it doesn't go away, I guess. So even after we changed the settings, it was like, nope. And I think it would have been better the next time since we figured out how to change the settings, but it just, I don't know. I didn't have a ton of desire to do it again. I'm going to see what happens when I sew with this. I bet you it's just going to be a really lame thing, like one of those shirts with the gold chain on it or something. If that's the case, I will not be sewing that. But let's give it a go. Harvey is too much like your husband. Aw. Well, that's very sweet that you've got your digital version and your IRL version. That's why you just hit print screen button. Oh, that would have been smart. Because, yeah, I could have just cropped it down. Oh, that would have been smart. I didn't think about it, Linsetti. Oh, no. But like I said, it is on stream. It's commemorated. We still have it in memory of not Linsetti, of Lady KV and Harvey. Actually, if I say in memory of, it sounds like they're not with us anymore, so I should rephrase. Okay, let me think. Oh yeah, I was gonna sew. I was like, I came into my dressing area for a reason. Grab one of those. Let's see if it's anything interesting. Oh, a hat! Oh, pirate hat. Oh, don't I already have one of those? I'm pretty sure Ely and Jin gave me one of those. Let's see if we already have it. Mr. Key's hat. Mr. Key's hat again. Oh, I had a swashbuckler hat. Oh, so this is new. A pirate hat. A captain's hat with a horrible skull. Oh, I didn't even notice the skull. It's behind my head. You guys can't see it. Hold on. Did it get put in here? Where'd it go? Okay, here it is. You see, it's really subtle. It looks like highlights in the material, but it actually is a little skull and crossbones there. So that's kind of cute. And then if I scroll back up to the swashbuckler's hat, Yeah, just a swashbuckler. So this one, even though it's got, where did it go? Even though it's got a little feather in it, apparently they're not the captain. The captain is this guy that doesn't have a little feather in it. So I guess I don't know pirate rankings and their hats very well, because I would have assumed that feather meant a higher rank. I don't know. By the way, Ely and Lady KB, who are playing on the farm with us, I think this is probably going to be the last day, just so I can make sure that I have enough time to do the final tidying up stuff around the house before I head out to pick up my brother from the airport. So, yeah, just last day warning for you. We had a good day on the farm. I'm so happy that we got to see the wedding. You better take care of her, Harvey. I know, we cherish Lady KB, and if Harvey ever put one toe out of line, we would be on top of him, but I trust Lady KB in her love life choices, so I bet you Harvey is a good guy, and he's gonna do all the right things. You want to play Mythic Ocean, Lensetti, but even with the motion sickness controls that they give and set up, the world pulses like a heartbeat and it makes you sick after 20 minutes. Whoa. I don't know this game, Mythic Ocean, but dang, so they even know. I saw Harvey go in your house. I want to see. But yeah, they even know, obviously, that the game makes people not feel very well. That's kind of unfortunate that even their fixes that they tried to give did not help. Look! Oh, this is Harvey's little area. Oh, he's into radios. I didn't know that. Since I haven't married anybody in the game, I literally don't know what they bring whenever they move in with you. So this is interesting. That's cute. What a nerd. A lovely, lovely nerd. That's right, Harvey. You belong here in the kitchen taking care of Lady KB. He likes ham radios and planes. Yeah, I saw a little airplane poster on the wall. Very cute. Len said it's super cute with fun magical ocean creatures. And your choices and dialogue will affect who you talk to. It has a demo. Okay. What's it called? Mythic Ocean. Mythic Ocean. Mythic Ocean. Actually, do you mind putting it in the game recommendations for me? Because otherwise I might forget. But I am kind of interested in at least checking out the demo. And speaking of demos, I have one more game on my redeem of games to try. And it is another platformer somehow. Hey, Lady KB did get a little screenshot of her and Harvey together. So sweet. What's when they moved into their house? What was I just saying? Oh yeah, so it's like, I think it was Aquira that redeemed it, but it is, like, I think you play as a duck? I can't remember now. You either play as a duck or the duck is helping you or something, but I wrote it down. Actually, I'll just check since I wrote it down. You're gonna check the cart. Thank you, Ely. Oh, turtleneck sweater. Thank you. I'll stick that on my chest. Let's see if I can find my list here. It's a to-do list. Where's my list of games? Is it further back than I think in my notebook? Oh, game suggestion redeems. There we go. All right, Super Metroid was Bugs, Suikoden 2 was Aria, and Windswept is the name of the game. And it has a demo on Steam. Apparently the game is not out yet. I know Kate played this demo on her stream. And so we're gonna try out the demo at some point. Hopefully sooner rather than later, because I don't want to forget about it or anything. A cute nerd. Yeah, that's whole Harvey for you. Untitled Goose Game. No, not quite. But it maybe looks like something that they would have made. I don't know. It looks like Steam doesn't have the demo anymore. Aw, you did it on Switch. It's also on sale right now for a few dollars. Okay. Yeah, if it's only just a couple bucks, that is pretty easy to acquire. Righto, what am I doing today? I didn't really have a goal of anything that I was trying to get done this stream. I think next time maybe I'll go more hardcore into the secret notes, since I haven't really done any of that yet. 4 more milkies. And that will at least give me something to work towards. Oh, only $3. You posted it on the Discord. Thank you so much, Lancetti. It sounds cute. You love Untitled Goose Game. I haven't played that one, but I really enjoyed watching a lot of streamers play it during the pandemic. I don't know if it came out around that time or if just like the circles that I was in, people were getting into it again. But it was always a chaotic, silly time. Yeah, that one was good. But I think I just preferred watching people play versus me play it because they always knew where to go and what they were doing, and I just like it when I can watch somebody who has that ability. Maybe it's because they've played it multiple times before, but I don't want to just be struggling through games. It's not as fun. You saw a speedrun of Goose Game where there's a category to lure 3 certain people to your home. It's been many years now since I've seen it. 3 certain people. Is it like a spoiler who those people are or something? Oh boy, we got lots of wool to get turned into cloth here. Ely, how much does the clock cost, by the way? Just so I have an idea of what the craziness that we're working towards, because I know it's really expensive. But I kind of thought really expensive was going to be $1 million. 10 times the amount that I thought? Oh, dang. Yeah, I thought that $1 million was a lot. 10 million is crazy. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're like a quarter of the way, basically. So I guess we're over a quarter of the way. It's pretty good. All right, I noticed that I've got this little hair clip in my pocket, so I got to go put that back. We're halfway. I think we're a quarter of the way. Yeah, a quarter. Okay, cool. We're on the same page. If we had more ancient fruit, we'd be a lot faster. I don't mind if we want to get rid of all the coffee in there and just make it fully ancient fruit in the greenhouse. If we wanted to go faster. Let's see. They're hard to lure because they'll get distracted and leave you alone. Ooh. So you really gotta babysit those folks to lure them in. But coffee, don't you think we have enough coffee potentially? Like, do you guys see this? Look at 999 114 179 16. That's not that many. Ely says no, we don't have enough coffee. Oh my goodness. We literally have over 1,000 cups of coffee that we can make from this. But also, this isn't even the completed cups of coffee. Like, I've got 60 cups of espresso in my pocket. Oh, look, here's like 500 more coffee beans. So that's nearly 2,000 coffee beans. Where is Ely hiding all the coffee, though, that's made? Because I know they make espresso somewhere. Maybe I'm blind. You can use coffee beans right now. Like, use them all up? What do you mean? Just use the coffee beans right now. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Is it because you're gonna have 1,000 kegs in your house? 2,000 kegs in your house? Oh, Lord. I had not walked around Ely's house for a while. I don't think I realized that there is a second floor here just full of kegs. Oh, my. In their house? Yeah. This is what Ely has going on in their house. So we can't even run these all the time, I'm guessing, because the coffee goes so quickly. But these finish really quickly. Coffee is like very fast. Missed one. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm assuming Ely picked up the stack of 999, so we'll see what they're ending with. There's more up at the top. This is so ridiculous. You still need way more coffee. Way more than 2,000 cups. 2,000 cups of coffee is not enough. Ely, you missed one over here. I don't know if you care. I don't think Ely can hear me. There's too much of a delay. Oh, and there's a bunch over there. Yep. True, true, true. Okay. Oh, and that one. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, Lord. It never ends. I keep not seeing that there are still more to do, and there are still more to do. Okay, so there's one here. Right here. This is the 999 stack? Okay, and then one more this way. Oh, it's already done. Where's this one? Ely's going around again. Oh my god. I think I'm just gonna end up sleeping in Ely's tonight. Yeah. Okay, so their house is so big and so full of kegs that by the time they finish one loop, the coffee that they put in at the start is already finished. So you could just literally infinitely make coffee. So I get that we could never have enough coffee if we wanted to keep making coffee. But how much coffee do we need before it's enough? Imagine if this is all ancient fruit. Yeah, we'd be making so much money. It'd be great. Harvey. Yeah, we found your coffee house. He never needs to leave the farm again. He is super, super set on coffee. Oh my goodness. Ely's really got a whole thing going here. Out of beans. I see. It's 1:30 BTW. 1:40. Is Ely gonna make it to bed? But they're in the house, so it doesn't matter. Oh, they are gonna make it. Yay, sleepover. I see how quickly and easy it is to use up the beans. But again, how many cups do we need? Although Ely's very good about drinking coffee throughout the day in this game to make sure that they're always speedy going around. Whereas I drink less than 1 cup of coffee per day. Maybe like 1 cup of coffee per week or so in this game. So I could see how Ely would run out a lot sooner than I would. Alright, that was the last day, but we'll take a little peek around the farm as per usual. We got a rainy day that we'll be coming back to. Are you giving me coffee? How many coffees did you make? Oh, looks like we've got a harvest that's going to be ready next time. Are you going to take your picture with your cup of coffee, Ely? You should. It'll be perfect. We could stand here. Or actually, let's go take a picture with Harvey inside Lady KB's house. Yeah. Let's take a picture with Harvey. Yeah, let Lady KB stand next to him. Lady KB. Oh, yeah, the pickles. Oh my god, amazing. All right, I'm getting the screenshot. So cute. Aw, good job today, everybody. We did it. We had a second marriage on the farm. And someday, I'm going to get Krobus to move in with me and we're going to be roommates, baby. Thank you for the stream, of course. 69 gajillion coffees a day. Regular coffee factory going on. Yup, super crazy. I always forget the operation that Ely has going on because I only go in there to deposit coffee beans and I don't really look around. And yeah, dang, it is a lot. You use 2 to 3 per day. Okay, that's not too bad. So if we had 2,000 cups and you use 2 to 3 per day, that gives you like, I mean, maximum like 1,000 days of coffee, which is many years in Stardew, right? So I feel like we could maybe be done with coffee for a little while if you wanted to, but you're the coffee person, so I will leave that to you. Maybe you should upgrade your house for our babies. Oh, first baby on the farm. That could be super fun. Totally up to you, Lady KB. We are saving up for the clock, but that does not mean we could not make any purchases in the meantime. So I say you should go for it if you want to. We can do more ancient fruit. Oh, on the island. True. That's smart. I feel like I underutilized the island space. And we need lots of fiber. Yes, that is the plan for the winter, is to fully just load up the farm with fiber, because I guess it will grow in the winter? I don't know. I have the note to plant lots of fiber in winter, so I'm assuming that's outside and that it will grow. So we will make sure that we do that. I'm not going to forget because it's in my stream notebook and we have a sign on the farm to remind us. We should be good. It will grow. Amazing. And you can buy some more seeds too. That would be good. All right. Let me go to my thanks for coming screen and see y'all out from there. There we go. Thanks so much for hanging today, everybody. This is super sweet and super chill compared to some other streams that have happened recently. It definitely was a much needed break. On-stream baby shower. Oh my god, that would be adorable. Yes, we totally should at some point. Let's see who we've got on tonight. I'm gonna peek at this person's stream. I don't know the game that they're playing. I just want to make sure it's not anything like, I don't know, anything traumatic maybe with certain... It's called The Complex, so that's why I'm like, is this a very mentally intense game? I don't know. I don't see any like I don't see any warnings or anything about the stream, so I think we can head over there. I think we're gonna raid Saucy Sorceress tonight. She was somebody that raided us the other day, and she's on the stream team. She's very sweet. I have enjoyed her streams whenever I've been able to catch them, so yeah, we'll be sending you over to a nice little place tonight. For streams next week, I'm gonna be on Super Mario Sunshine for Monday and Tuesday, and then probably a little bit more Stardew on Wednesday next week. So again, 3 streams in a row, just to accommodate that I have folks coming to stay again next week. Well, my dad coming to stay again next week, so just gotta make sure I do the streams on the days before they get here. So alrighty, I will let you guys go for the rest of the week and the weekend, and I will see you all on Monday. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.